Big Jon, what's going on?
What's up, FD? What's the play today?
I'm excited, man. 193, 7 away from 200.
Mm-hmm.
It was all a dream at one point. How was your day today? Good?
And you know what? Today was a day, but it's better now.
All right.
Had a good
Today
dinner.
we have a special guest on. I'm excited to get to know him more and talk to him and pick his brain a little bit. Big Jon and FD have Big Bro. What's up, man?
Sheesh. How we feeling? How we feeling? Family, family.
Sir? Good to have you here.
I appreciate it. Glad to be here. Feeling amazing today. Feeling amazing, man. Feeling amazing. How about y'all over there?
Good.
Hey, we good. It's a Tuesday night. You got to be here. Time to have some fun, have some good conversation.
Absolutely,
Talk
absolutely.
about these sports and these cards. $16 million.
I know, right? I know, right?
$16 million, make them out.
Hey, I'm trying to get there. Trying to get there. Please, please. But yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. But beautiful Tuesday, though, man. Feeling good today.
All right, so we got our guest today, Big Bro. Big Bro, tell everybody where you from. Tell them about yourself.
Okay. 100%. So I'm not single anymore, so the long walks on the beach don't matter. So, but we're but we're out of Atlanta, Georgia. Hailing from a state where I love all my sports here in Atlanta. Heavy on heartbreak with the Falcons. Haven't smiled with the Braves since '95, as you know. Thrashers broke my heart when they ran away from us. But right now, with the ladies, it's all a dream. So I'm looking forward to it. A little bit about me though. Atlanta, Georgia, 38 now, pushing 40. Loving exactly what's happening with the hobby. I fell in love with the hobby pretty much. Be transparent, about 5 years ago, my father passed. And my name, I have his name, his whole entire lineage, right? So want to stay connected, especially in our demographic. We want to stay connected with those before us, and it didn't have a lot, right? A lot of my parents and people my age and my demographic don't get left with a lot. So, but I did have a box of cards, and the box of cards is what really got me into the hobby and really changed my complete perspective on the opportunity that it actually is, not just to teach but to learn every day as well. So super humble here. Love to learn when it comes to the hobby as well. Heavy on these guys. I know I've pushed Big Jon a few times as far as trying to get some info and learn a little bit when I was first starting. So tremendous value though. Tremendous value in the hobby for real.
Very cool. My father also, Big Bro, passed away 5 years ago.
Oh wow.
I can definitely relate to that. So tell us about when you came at that point when you came into the hobby or back into the hobby and started being more interested. Walk us through like some of the steps you took at the time and maybe some of the things you learned during that time.
Oh, awesome. The first thing was, how can I create some type of living off of this, or how can I make it something that how can we turn a passion or something that we get excited about when we see it or when we rip it, how we can turn that into income as well. So it was a lot of studying, man. YouTube, before I even bought a pack of cards, I might have probably looked at 100, 200 hours of YouTube videos. We've all been in the Reddit, the Reddit holes, black holes of Reddit as well. Ended up having a friend of mine who his name is Joe. He's Level Up Sports Cards. Went to college with him, and he ended up. This was like around when I think it was LaMelo's year. It's about 4 years ago, right? 4 or 5 years ago. Like, and he was chasing LaMelo, and I was like, "Breaks? What's a break?" He was like, "Well, right now I'm chasing what I know is gonna sell." And I was like, "Okay, so it's not really about what you like. It's about what they like and what people would buy, just like any other product. Coming from sales." Doesn't really matter what you're selling if you don't have people that will buy it, right? So going after those things really first seeing that is what really showed me like, okay, he just hit a $15,000 card. He paid $300 for the break. You know, him and a friend split the break, and I was like, wow, okay, this is the way you can get into investing with breaks. I never liked that idea. Gambling is great. Don't get me wrong, it's fun, right? You can have some fun with it or get in a lot of trouble with it. But I wanted something that was a little more sure-footed. So I was on singles very, very early from the jump because that's what everyone was telling you to do if you really want to make some money with it or really want to grow with it. So I first started with baseball because that's my passion, right? That was my grew up doing my dad, but it really wasn't my passion as far as right now. It was WWE and wrestling. I mean, and basketball. So WWE and basketball, I started pouring into heavy. Singles, singles, singles. Caught the waves of everybody before they spiked. You know, the Jey Usos of the world, the Dominic Mysterios, Becky Lynch had her cards before the broken nose, right? So those things allowed me to see, oh wow, there's opportunity here. But I didn't like talking about wrestling. Basketball, everybody was talking about it. And that's when I, randomly ripped the 2024, ripped my first box of WNBA Monopoly. And my first box had a Caitlin Clark it was a green Caitlin Clark to 24. And yeah. And back then, this is rookie time, so that was 4-figure card, and then it just opened me up to buying a lot of singles. I learned the number one thing I learned is to not follow what everyone else is doing. I think that's the number one thing. Find what you love and pour into it. If you pull a card and it gives you a feeling, if you buy a card, you open up that package and it gives you the feeling, that's what you probably need to stick with. That's what WNBA did for me because, I see WNBA as like the NBA in the late 70s, early 80s, right? 30 years in, 20 years in and 20, 30 years, and we're about to, scale it on up, right? So, but, WNBA became my focus about a year and a half ago, and now I do 100% WNBA.
Very cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The WNBA market in a whole is interesting because, and you've seen it, one, you would think it's just two players. Right? Caitlin Clark, because you think the card market is just two players. But it's a lot of, Sue Birds, they still sell. Tarasi still sells. Nafisa sells. Asia has some nice cars out there that, still reasonable price.
Absolutely.
You talk about an era that should be more long term than short term, it would be the WNBA. Just there's the value of Asia Wilson cards is so low compared to the accolades that she has and the stats that she's put up.
100%. 100%. We don't even talk about college. What really makes the WNBA exciting is not the WNBA. It's the college. Just like
who's
with
coming.
Us, right? It's just like with anything that we do when we look at our kids, when we look at people we mentor, the excitement we have is how much greater they're going to be over us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think one of the things that you all could probably attest to, our fathers was probably the last person in the world that wanted you to be better than them.
Yes.
There's probably nobody else in the world that wants you to be better than outside of your father, right? So, that's what made the WNBA kind of big for me. It was like I just saw opportunity. I just see the opportunity and I want to pour into it. It allows me to learn a lot more. But the college game is what really excites me about the WNBA. And I think that's what the players are kind of missing right now as well. I'm pretty sure we'll get into that too. But
with the college basketball, right? You just seen the first primetime women's basketball game this Saturday between LSU and my South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just think it's funny we a lot of people who watch sports, who watch professional sports, they don't watch college as well. And I know in growing up in Chicago, we just watched the Illini. We watched the Big Ten ACC tournament, you know what I'm saying, and the Illini. That was it. It wasn't really how much college football you can watch unless you watch in Northwestern. And then I went to school in South Carolina. College football is everything. What's a pro sport? Right?
Yeah.
South Carolina ain't got a pro team. Alabama ain't got a pro team. You know, you're in Alabama, you're in South Carolina, you're probably a Braves fan, a Falcons fan, or
100%.
You're a Panther fan, which you don't have no team, but you live and die about Clemson, South Carolina State, USC.
100%.
So but you got amazing players coming into the league next year. You know, this draft. Everybody talks about how good the NBA draft is going to be. This WNBA draft is so much more talent.
Man, what? Absolutely.
With less
I agree.
state.
Facts. The first 15 are scary. My next, I'm about to do a YouTube video. I just got it. I'm almost done with it. I got to add my number one player. Then I'll be done. Who I think is going to be the number one pick.
Who's that?
That's Awa Farm. She's playing overseas right now, Argentina. And a lot of people will give pushback, right? Lauren Betts, they're going to say number one, right? She's been proven in college. They're going to say Azzy Fudd. Not only is she a shooter, but I mean, for the numbers, if they want numbers, go with Azzy Fudd. Yeah. If you want money, that's what's going to sell. But if you watched Unrivaled, you see how much easier the game comes to Paige when she has an athletic big, because she has Dominique Malonga right now. Our fam, 1.5 inches shorter right now, but only 19, 1 year younger. It can do more, in my opinion, on the court than Dominique Malonga, which makes the pick and pop, pick and roll absolutely scary for WNBA because they're not really doing that. But just imagine if somebody established a real pick and roll, pick and pop in the W. They will be unstoppable. They probably wouldn't, it'd be tough to guard it. You know what I mean? Because it's not what you're accustomed to. But yeah, I was fun. 100%. I believe she should be the number one pick just because we're watching Paige enjoy basketball. It looks like she's having fun versus being stressed. I know it's 3-on-3, but it's just the two-man idea, right? We know basketball. We've been watching basketball for the most part. It's 2 players on every 5-man roster or 5-man starting. Right, you got 2 players that they're really playing through usually, and that's what they really could do. WNBA is not doing that. They're trying to spread, trying to share too much. They're way too friendly with each other. Need some cutthroat. We need some action. That's the reason why we're here today, is because we had to choose either Caitlin or Angel. Because we had to choose either Caitlin or Angel, it forced us to support someone. If you support someone, you're going to watch. That means the viewership's going to be up. That's what rivalries do. When everybody's friends, that's what's wrong with the NBA now. Ever since the LeBron, Melo, Wade, we're all friends. Chris Paul, right? I don't mind it, right? Coming together, but it's the idea of we're cool. That means you go on the court, you're really not trying to destroy this person. You can't tell me, when Kobe saw anybody, he was like, let me give him a dap. I'll dap him up after the game. Yeah, that's what we need more of in the W, for real though. But yeah, college is my my focus. We got crazy top 10. UCLA could have 3 players in the top 10 in the draft.
They could
easily. Lauren Betts, Kiki Rice, and Gianna Knippers, dogs. All 3 of them scary.
Olivia Miles coming out this year.
Yeah, Olivia Miles, Raven Johnson, Hannah Hill-Dalton, Reagan Beers. You got Akati McMahon from Ole Miss. Oh my God, scary player nobody's talking about. That's one of my favorites actually. But yeah, because she's a dog. She plays like, I don't know. She reminds me of Baron Davis, how he played. But yeah, absolutely, man. Go ahead.
So, bro, I got a question for you. A few weeks ago, Reggie Miller compared Caitlin Clark to Pritchard. Pritchard. What'd you think of that?
Yeah, I was disappointed in Reggie.
Why?
Great question, right? So the reason why is because I could tell he didn't really do homework. I could tell what Reggie did is what a lot of people do when we're looking at sports that are not really, that are casual fans. We just use optics, quick optics. If you watch Peyton Pritchard, he doesn't pass the ball. Peyton Pritchard, Peyton Pritchard is bink. I'm letting this go. I'm getting the game for 20 minutes. That's all I get. I'm making the most of it. Very shifty, can create separation very easy. Caitlin's biggest issue is she can't separate well on the offense. Then the second thing is she passes better than she shoots. The number one comp for Caitlin Clark right now is Trae Young, an inefficient shooter that's pass first. And if he would really focus on being a point before a shooter, probably be the greatest point guard we've ever seen in the league. But Caitlin wants to be Steph, and she doesn't have the efficiency. I can't say it today, but yet for that. So, but that's what's really killing her right now is that she's not efficient when she shoots the ball, and she shoots a little bit more than she passes. So Reggie saying Peyton, that was just you're not watching the game. But I do understand what he means. He means a scrappy guard that can come in, score at will, right? But that's not Kate. That's not the style of play isn't Caitlin. But it was just quick optics. Reggie Smart, been watching basketball forever. He probably just need to look at 5 minutes of clips. He probably looked at a few players, and then watch 5 minutes of Caitlin, and then that's an easy answer. If you watch her highlights.
I don't mind the comp Peyton Pritchard because I think Peyton Pritchard is highly skilled at what he does. And I think they queued it up for him to align her with an elite male NBA player. And she's not elite like that. Right? And what she like I said, she's an inefficient shooter. She doesn't play great defense. And she's a hothead. So with a hothead team, and that always surprises me because her coach last year came from Connecticut, and I know personally how much defense they work on and how strict what their rules are from when she was in Connecticut.
Mm.
Like, so that's why she went and got AT, and the fact that she got AT, and they couldn't get along with AT. And AT was like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Get me out of here. It's a problem. Right? I love Aaliyah Boston. But at times she can be immature on the court.
Yeah. Listen to her podcast, 100%.
Yeah. South Carolina, I love she can be immature on the court. And she can be physical, but she got a lot of room to grow in her game.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought having an AT to bounce ideas off, to bounce, some of that. How do you play real bully ball? Because AT's a bully. She down here, boom. AT played more like DeMarcus Cousins than anybody.
Yeah, I thought Reggie Miller was saying more than what he actually said. Like I don't think he looks at Pritchard as a direct equivalent, but I don't think he thinks much of Caitlin Clark's game. And you talking about a guy who shot the three.
Mm-hmm.
So he was really saying you ain't what you think you are.
Yeah, I agree. I believe that he was definitely trying to humble Caitlin right there. Yeah. But again, that's a bad take though.
Like I don't think he's purposely trying to humble her, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. I believe it's because like the issue. Because remember, think about LeBron when he first came in the league. What did every media source and every teammate? What did people try to do? They tried to humble him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They wanted him to understand he's not there yet. Yeah. You remember what Ricky Davis was saying? He not Miles was saying he's not gonna come in here and just rah, right?
Boozer was on that.
Especially Boozer. Boozer was on it heavy. So the pushback I give with the Pritchard, yeah, don't get me wrong. Pritchard is good at what he does, but it's not a comp. And if you really compare Caitlin as far as a rookie, right? Pritchard 5 years in, just he's still not starting. Caitlin was all rookie and run rookie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even a conversation. I'll give you Trae Young. I'm not gonna give you Steph because Steph has been efficient since he came from Davidson. You know, the guy is a lethal shooter. Caitlin has the ability to shoot, but without even meaning to say it, she probably would benefit from lethal shooter. Chris Matthews to help her focus on being the best version of the shooter she can be. Because if she's going to be a shoot first point, I think that's going to be her pushback. As you could tell, Fever went pretty far without her because they were more efficient and they didn't have as many turnovers. And like you said, Aaliyah, Boston lost them a couple games because of her emotions. So I think they could have got to the finals, honestly. Definitely think they could have got to the finals if they were a little more mature. They didn't need Caitlin to do it. But Caitlin, without a doubt, in my opinion, is the face of the NBA, of the WNBA, even though Asia's there, wouldn't have worked without Angel. I will not stop raving about how much the rivalry is what not just spiked Caitlin's interest because of the world we live in. We live in a very colorful world, and sometimes it is about black or white, right? It is about that's how that is the dividing side sometimes.
But you also, coming from wrestling, you can't have a Stone Cold Steve Austin if you don't have a Rock. You don't have a Triple H. You don't have a person to hate to go against. It's what makes Floyd. It's what made Floyd Mayweather a million. Being the one that's hated, that somebody beat me. Also, the fact that he was good, that he was great, but it's more of a. I just want somebody to kick his little
facts. Yeah, even if you take the heel side out of it, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, they weren't heels. They weren't facing heel. They were just two guys that were both really good at what they did on the court. And since college, they had a rivalry, right? And that trickled over into the NBA, which is what spiked the NBA at the time. The WNBA screwed the pooch when they're trying to force Caitlin and Paige to be a rivalry. It's not like trying to force it is not going to work. That first game of the year should have been Angel versus Caitlin. You need to spark that rivalry again. Then her second game is Paige. That's what I think they should have did.
I think it's going to be hard to make people dislike Paige on a basketball level.
You're not going to be able to dislike Paige.
Right? They may dislike her from her stances and what she says publicly about supporting everybody else. But from a basketball standpoint, like nobody's even mad at her for walking off the court and not talking to media when she lost a one-on-one. Like nobody's not mad about it because they know how competitive she is.
Yeah.
Like let that have been any NBA player that didn't go to the media after losing a one-on-one battle. It'd have been all over. Facts. Nobody cares Paige and they know she don't like to lose.
Yeah, in the Facebook groups. Now, in the Facebook groups, a little more pushback. She's getting dogged in the Facebook groups. In the chats I had with a couple of WNBA heads, right? She gets dogged. She got dogged, but it's just the people that hate her.
Right.
She's not like Caitlin.
Yeah, well, the overall media is not going to push that narrative on her. Now, if Caitlin wouldn't have talked, it would have been a big deal.
Yeah, it's just
Caitlin doesn't talk.
She can't. Caitlin's scared to ruin it. And that's facts. FD, you hit the nail on the head. She does not talk for a reason.
She was uncomfortable being up there with Reggie Miller now. She didn't want to.
Did you see that? Did you notice it?
And that's going to end up being a problem because you can't be the face of a league if you don't talk.
100% FD. I agree with you there, 1,000,000%. As you can see, as you can see, especially when she was asked questions, it's almost like she was trying to cycle. Oh man, what's the right thing to say?
Yep.
Now you put again, you put Angel in front of a camera, that's money.
So,
We need some type of mix there. We need Angel to stop working with Lisa Leslie and start working with Ray Allen, or start working with I think someone that help her physically so she can become more explosive. Because ever since her injury, she does not have her second bounce anymore. Because I mean, you're talking about a Ben Simmons style player. People can say what they want about Angel. Before her injury, Angel was bringing the ball up. Angel was coast to coasting. But the injury, you could tell it scared her and it kind of pushed her away from being the person I think she was supposed to be as well.
I
She got to
wonder
get her
if
confidence
she
back.
want to get out of Chicago. It just seems like there's something about the environment she's in that she's looking for something else. And I don't think she's still right with Witherspoon being pushed out. So
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Truly believe that not only broke her heart, but kind of broke her will. That's why she quit on Rival last year. Also, what's happening with the team in general. So if you look up, see what's happening with the Sky, they're probably going to sell, if not before this season, if when we get a season, right? But maybe after, just because terrible business. They don't respect her either. They don't seem like they like her.
Yeah.
They've received Haley Van Lith, the rookie last year. They've received her, as far as media wise there in Chicago. They've received her a lot better than Angel, and they treat her a little bit better. And they're not doing a good job because Angel is cash money.
I agree. Do you think the season's gonna start on time? I see this being like the 99 NBA season.
Another great, yeah. I believe we start maybe mid-June. Because you got the disappointing part about the whole CBA negotiations is I think it's super, super selfish of the top 15, top 20 players in the WNBA. I think
you mean wanting to get paid, or what do you mean?
Oh, great. Now, everybody deserves to get paid, right? But not allowing others to really eat right now. We're not thinking about the Caitlin Chins of the world, the Tiana Papaws of the world, the Gabby Douglas, people that don't have locked in contracts plus media deals because they're pretty, right? Jonquel Jones is not getting a Maybelline, she's not about to win any type of contest like that because of how she looks. So her focus needs to be her play. And if that's not getting her paid, then what? The new CBA is, in my opinion, even at 15%, even at 13%, is amazing because you immediately get what you asked for, which is a pay bump. If we're really talking about what we really wanted, it was about paying our players and allowing more players to be able to play. With this new CBA, players are getting 2.5 to 3x the first year. Tiana Pau is about to go from 112,000 to 248,000. Sorry, 92,000 to 240 something $1,000. She was a rookie last year. That's going to change her life, right? But what's happening is the players, the Ariel Atkins of the world, the Nafisha Colliers, the Brianna Stewarts, the Sydney Colsons, the Natasha Clouds, they only have about 4 or 5 more years max in the league. They're trying to get all of their money right now.
I can see that.
That's what, in my opinion, that's what's really happening with these negotiations.
That's what's happening, but there's also a couple things to play on negotiations, right? One is that bump. They want that to be the bump forever. That's it, to the next CBA. No increases while the money is steadily increasing. So they get no increase while the league gets increased. And that's like you saying, hey, I'm gonna work for this same salary for the next 5 years with no chance as a raise. That ain't gonna happen. So that's one of the issues. That's one of the issues with CBA. While the league's gonna tell you, hey, we're giving them what they want, more money. Yeah, we're giving the money now and nothing else ever again to the next CBA. So you're right in the same cycle.
I'm gonna give you a little pushback on the initial. So the CBA that they have right now, I wish I had the screenshots. What they have right now, they get profit sharing. They're as long as the WNBA grows with the new CBA, they get paid. Their salaries can grow as well, up to 2.4 million as a max yearly salary. 2.4 million per year. That's up to
Stud Buds. It was Stud Buds made somebody else. Wasn't it
Natasha Cloud?
One of the sticking points. Yeah, with somebody else too. It was one of the sticking points was that this number stays the entirety of the CBA. Even while the money grows for the league and everybody else, they can't get an increase or a bigger percentage. This number stays. That's one of the things on the money wise. I think too, the WNBA and the NBA are telling the public their corporate math and not the actual real numbers. Because you can't come to me and think in my logical brain how I think and say, hey, Mohegan Sun, I know you got a deal to sell your team to this group for $325 million, but none of the owners get anything like that, so we're not going to let you sell it. You're going to sell it to this person so that all the other owners can get some money too for 300 and not the 325 you're originally going to get. So that's one. You can't say Philly and what's the other city? Seattle, right? Let's get a team coming in.
Houston's getting Connecticut, but the Portland Fire and Seattle Tempo,
right? Who paying over $500 million a piece to get into the league and say there's no money. We're not making money when you're getting those type of numbers from teams. Like the whole thing with there are two groups in Connecticut that tried to buy Mohegan Sun. They tried to buy the Connecticut Sun from the Mohegan tribe. One wanted to move it to Boston. One wanted to move it to Hartford, Connecticut. They agreed on a deal to the Boston people. And then the WNBA said no, because you didn't put moving into the bid, we're not going to allow it. And because the other owners are not getting money, because the tribe owns the teams. When the tribe sell it, they get all the money, not the rest of the owners. They don't have to split that. So now you're going to sell it to this person who's going to move it to Houston because we want the team back in Houston. And then all the other owners can get some part of this. There's corporate math at play. And what I mean by that, the same way how movie studios report losses for tax reasons, like you've seen Warner Brothers buying all the stuff and not having filming movies, not putting them out so they can report as the loss on taxes. There's the same thing going on between the WNBA and the NBA as far as what we're publicly telling the people. Right? Because you can't tell me these players, Nafisa, Brown Stewart, who started their own league Unrivaled in the first year, were $1 million away from being profitable. Paying 3-on-3. You can't tell me that they don't know what they're talking about when they're looking at these financials, they're looking at this, right?
I can actually give you pushback and say you can absolutely say they have no clue what they're talking about. The reason why I would give you pushback there, and I love a good conversation. So the reason why I would give you pushback there is it's off media deals and sponsorships. That's what 70% of their revenue is coming from. Viewership is down from last year.
Yes.
We're not talking about 5%, 10%, 35% viewership is down, right?
Yeah.
So viewership is taking a hit. When they went to Philly, like how many of those tickets were given away? Right? We're talking estimated 30-40% given away.
The WNBA does that now. Okay, Connecticut Sun, they go to these community events and I've been given tickets at a back to school drive. Like here's 10 tickets.
No, 100%. 100%. I agree. I got you there. I'm saying that their revenue isn't predicated upon like a good quality product. it's predicated upon good business. It's someone that can sell an idea to someone. It's someone buying that idea. It's an investment product, right?
The WNBA can't sell the idea. The WNBA can't promote their players.
I disagree. Again, right? What we would say here is if the WNBA couldn't, why is the WNBA where they are right now? It's because they had 1 year. We had one again.
1 year of one player who got famous in college.
Yep.
Why haven't we been promoting the John Carroll Joneses, the Sabrina Ionescu's, the Brianna Stewarts, the Aja Wilsons?
Because when they play, they don't move the needle.
So you got a player that moves the needle that you don't even promote. Her stuff didn't come out until she went to her second year.
Exactly. Now I give you some put that's why I
get this is what we do.
I push back Nike. I push back Nike there. Me and a good friend of mine, Jim Clint, we have been anti-Nike ever since they signed Caitlin. Mm-hmm. Nike signed Caitlin with a BS deal, in my opinion. Got her cheap. And then want to diminish her value so they can get her cheap the next shoe deal as well. I'm sorry, but
that's bad business.
Caitlin is $100 million player as far as sponsorships and endorsements. She's that, in my opinion. I think Caitlin is. I think she has that type of pull when she gets on the court or when she gets in front of a camera. Now, when she opens her mouth, it's a little, like we're talking about.
I'll push back, right? This is what I mean.
Okay.
When we talk about her appeal and her push, rookie year, I would give it to you because she's on the field. They were selling out arenas. Year 2, when she was injured, they were still selling out arenas with knowing she wasn't going to play. Unlike Angel Reese, when you found out Angel Reese wasn't play, those ticket sales went way down. So the Indiana team, but tell me why, if you are a league, your players can go out and get sponsorship money for your WNBA events for All-Star Weekend, but you can't as a league. You can't get sponsors as a league to pay up. The players have to go do it themselves. This is what I mean, where the WNBA or league doesn't treat them like professionals. And if you treat them like professionals, you'll make more money. When Magic and Bird, right? That's when when Jordan came, you got off tape delay. You got charter flights. You got better travel. You got better food. You got better. When you started treating them like players, like professionals, and not college, things started to get better quicker.
I hear that, right? I see it like this, right? We're saying when Caitlin got off the court, people still stayed.
Mm-hmm. Remember last year, Valkyrie had the most attendance.
Gotcha, absolutely, and I got something for that too. But when you go to a restaurant and you eat something there, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I think this is my new favorite restaurant." Mm-hmm. Now, the next time you go, if they don't have the ribeye again, my question to you is, are you going to get up and go to another restaurant? Are you going to continue to test the product that you claim is a good quality product?
Yeah.
So when you become a fan because of Caitlin, you know Caitlin's going to come back. You know the ribeye is going to be on the menu again. But why not fall in love with some other parts of this place that I enjoy now because of what that ribeye did for me? Right. So what Caitlin did is brought eyes in. What the players were able to do, because we have skill. My only PC in the WNBA is Alicia Gray out of from Atlanta Dream. She went to South Carolina. Everybody thinks she's from South Carolina. She is a Georgia. She's a dog in heart. So my only PC, but people put eyes that allow her to get eyes on her, and she. In my opinion, one more time out, and she beats Chelsea Gray in that one-on-one.
One more time out, she beats her. That the one-on-one was the most exciting thing this past weekend.
Oh man,
and not because it was the players in it. It's the intensity and just the idea that you got somebody going woman, mano, mano y mano against each other, and they were ruthless. Right? There was no give up. There was no give up. There was no nothing. Like you got people getting 11-0 in 3 minutes.
Fact.
Like
fact. Veronica Burton beat the stud bud in 1 minute and 32 seconds.
get you clean on out of here.
Courtney Williams, yeah.
Yeah, you got people like you got just even them seeing the matchups. Kate Martin looking, she got Paige first. Like I already know it's a long day at the office today, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So I mean that I watched that, and that's the first time I actually sat down and tuned in on Rival this season, just because so much other stuff going on.
Yeah,
but watching I'm like,
it's not the best quality product. That's probably why you're not watching it. You're not watching it because it's not that good of a product.
I'm honestly I'm not watching it because I've been watching other things on TV.
Exactly, because it's not good enough of a product to make you stop watching other things and do.
I haven't watched the NBA either. I haven't watched the NBA either.
But we already know the NBA's product been tried.
I haven't watched in the NFL outside of the playoffs or the Bears playing either. So like I literally have a lot. I literally for the rest of my week, I'm working till 9:00 at night. So I don't watch nothing. When I come home, it's what shows the family. I don't watch much right now.
Okay, so
I'll get back into the
Unrivaled. So that means, Big Jon, you have to pick and choose. When you go to watch something, it has to be good quality. It has to not just take your attention, but after you look at it, you got to be like, I'm glad I did that with my time. And if you go watching
it's not on when I'm getting home. It's not on when at 10 o'clock I'm trying to watch TV. I'm not recording sports.
And you're also not even going on YouTube to watch the highlights.
Oh, so that's what Instagram is for. What are you talking
about? So what I'm saying is, right, instead of we won't even take the time out to watch the 8-minute replay of what happened in the game because it's not a quality product. I don't watch the 8-minute replay of WWE. For me, I understand what you're saying. For me, that's not the reason. This is my viewing habits personally. Gotcha. I'm just talking about the overall.
Your point, and for the broader, I agree. But you know how much I love wrestling.
Yeah.
If I don't catch Raw live, I will literally go watch Alan Owens and watch all his clips on Instagram over going to WWE's channel on YouTube. I am a person where I find you at is where I watch you at. So you're on Whatnot, right?
Yeah.
If you went to Fanatics, I wouldn't follow you to Fanatics. Because where I found you at is where I watch you at. And proof, Mama Breaks went from Whatnot to Fanatics. I didn't go over to Fanatics. When I find a podcast, if I find it on YouTube, I'm watching it on YouTube. If I find it on Spotify, I'm listening to it on Spotify. That's my personal how I am. Where I find you is my preferred place to watch and listen to you at.
So when that's I say the word you, all right. So when I say the word you, I mean more of a general sense.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, but I know I get it. I'm saying for me, I just want to say like my differences in how I watch stuff. Like if I am home. And I'm going to TV on, and it's the choice between watching, Beat Bobby Flay or if Unrivaled on. I know it's on. I'll go watch matches. I like sports, but I'm not a person that's going to come back and I don't watch. I no longer DVR stuff.
Yeah,
either I catch it live, or if it's on the screen, where I can turn it on the screen, but I don't DVR stuff anymore because most stuff. It's on demand. Like if I miss Traders when it comes on Thursday, I'll watch it Friday because it's on demand. So I can't get back into the DVR of things.
Yeah, it's also, in my opinion, it's a value thing. FD, how many Unrivaled games have you watched?
0.
How many games have you watched? The full highlights of the game.
0 full highlights. I've watched some.
Right. So then when it came to the one-on-one, how much were you investing in either watching highlights or replays?
I watched more highlights on that. Definitely watched Gray play.
Right. And it's because of the idea of competition. First competitions were Coliseums. We're head to head to the death. Who's the best? That's what one-on-one gives us in the W.
I get
That's why people got excited about it. That's why Alicia Gray went up about 15-20%. Chelsea Gray, her cars went up small percentage, maybe like 5 or 10%. It's not much. Very, very disappointing. But like you said, the WNBA market is a whole different monster.
It's a whole different one.
It does not work for everything like everything else.
Big bro, I will tell you, I don't watch Caitlin Clark at all.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yes, listen, she's not good enough.
She's not as billed. She's billed to be a certain player that her performance has never reached that, and it most likely won't. And we're not even talking about like Wemby's performance can never reach what they said he is. So we're not even talking about that. We're talking about you coming out shooting 29.5% from the three, and you're a 3-point shooter, and your defense is suspect, and you can't really. Your first step is very slow. It's like
LeBron flop. LeBron flops. Don't forget about the LeBron flops.
Yeah, that doesn't even work. So, I mean, it's all good. I think for the person walking by that was like, oh, WNBA is on, that works for that person, but not for somebody that really watches basketball.
3-on-3, 100% is one. It's not sustainable, right? They're gonna like Unrivaled is as strong as their media deals. That's why they're in such a rush now to figure out the CBA. Now negotiations are at an all-time high. And it's not I want people to understand, it's not the owners all of a sudden saying, you know what? They're right.
Oh no.
It's the opposite. It's the players saying, and then there was just I'll have a video up. I'll shoot over to y'all the article as well, where in the other league, like on Rival Athletes Unlimited, right? They asked all the players about the situation, right? And there's about 6 players that have been in it that's in Unrivaled right now that has been in the WNBA that actually played last year and that played at least 3 years in the WA as well and played last year. Now, one anonymous player said these women are being greedy. The new CBA, you're talking about 24 additional players now getting a $250,000 salary. You're talking about, when it comes to trades, if you're pregnant, now you can veto a trade if you're pregnant. Look at what they did to Skylar. Look at what they did to Monique, when they got pregnant. They're like, can't use them. Let's get them out of here. So what was allotted or what was given, I mean, the list is through the roof. The only thing that I believe, which is fair for owners, just like anything else, if you've invested in your business in cards for 10 years straight or 20 years straight, and every year you said, you know what, this is a hobby. I mean, this is not a hobby, but this is just something I do for fun, right? I'm not taking it serious. Yeah, let's say a hobby. This is just a hobby, right? This is just something I'm doing. But then you have a year where your collection quadruples in value. You didn't realize you had Steph rookies. You didn't realize you had 2 LeBron rookies. You have a couple Jordan autos. You got a Caitlin Clark auto. And now you're looking at the value a little differently. But you've not had a track record of actually having value. You only got 1 year where you realize,
Okay, caring about it?
No. I'm not saying. I'm talking about where the fans, even us, right? I wasn't interested in. I'm not still here saying I was a WNBA fan since '97. After they did Ivory Lotta wrong, I was pissed with the WNBA. I thought Ivory Lotta was going to be the next Allen Iverson. But I say all that to say, what we're seeing now is 1 year of success, and the players are focusing on the fact that they won for a year, not what happened the other 29. And I think if we take a second and say, hey, the past 29 years, these people have been doing nothing but allowing us to continue. They're not winning off of us. They're not benefiting off of us. They're allowing us to do our thing and have a good time. And now you have 1 good year and you say, well, we want gross. We want our 30% off the gross profits, but you just started profiting. What's fair is take 15 to 20% now, and then you set the W up forever. If they would have took that earlier, again, pushback is fine, but they would have, instead of talking about 30, if they were talking about 15, I believe they would have got 15 immediately. Everything else flows.
But it's negotiations, right? You got to ask for more than what you settle on. One, I think both sides are being greedy for what they want, owners and which is negotiations.
Hit me. How are the owners being greedy? How are the owners being greedy?
I've already told you, I do not believe the owners' mouth they try to put out with subsidization and the reasons why.
I got you.
Right behind that. They're seeing the profit. They're seeing the thing. If we're going to be in this together, because you don't have a league if you don't have players, right? You don't have growth if you don't have good players. So I think both sides have to make concessions. And I'm never going to be on the billionaire side of negotiations. When it comes to MLB this blackout next year, I'm going to be on the player side. All right, okay. I'm telling you, okay. I'm never going to be on the side of.
So that's a little different.
Going to have a billionaire trying to make me think that the millionaires are wrong.
Right, but my push, what I worry is a much bigger issue that we're pushing out to our young girls and our young men, this sense of entitlement.
Oh,
that's my issue with what's happening with the players. It's people like Natasha Cloud who's saying we won't play. It's like, well, you're Natasha. No disrespect.
No.
How many Natasha Cloud jerseys are being sold? Do you know how much of even Nafisha Collier? Your auto is $30, $20. How many people are buying your jerseys? How many MVP shirts have we seen? How many Asia Wilson jerseys? How many Caitlin Clark jerseys do we see?
But if you're not buying Nafisha Collier jerseys, guess what you're not buying? You're not buying Minnesota Lynx stuff, period, either. Right? If you're not, so without fee, they don't sell anything. That's the thing. They got to work together.
Don't get me wrong, work together, yes, but we have to be real. It's like just because you're the best fry dumper in the game, don't mean you should get $20 an hour. Just because you're the most efficient at flipping the burger and putting the patty on and the ketchup never spill, that doesn't mean you're worth $100,000. It's not just what you're doing and how good you can do it. How much value does that bring to the person watch it? And does it make a person stick and watch it? That's the issue. People don't stick and watch it. I've watched 2 unrivaled games, and all I sell is WNBA cards. I haven't sold a Cooper. Well, I've sold 2 Cooper Flag cards this year, but I don't. I could tell what's happening with the market, and the sense of entitlement is what's killing them, man.
No, sense of entitlement is killing. That's the whole generation thing. That's a whole bigger worldwide issue.
But it's the generation before this one that caused it, without being honest with us. Like even my parents, I'll give pushback all day long. That they could have done a little bit more, could have taught us a lot of bit more. But as you become older, you become a parent, you learn they were just winging it. Yeah, they were just trying to figure it out themselves. They learn it as they go. Right.
And as hard as I am, my son is just as all right. You're gonna learn the hard way.
But as you get older, right, as players mature in the league, I expect Breanna Stewart, I expect Nafisha Collier, I expect Sydney Colson, I expect these top players. I expect them to have a certain level of decorum that fits professionals. Not sending roses are red, violets are blue. We want a deal or something that, helps the players too. Like, come on, that's professional negotiation. I can give pushback all day.
So, I personally think the WNBA needs a new commissioner, period.
It's 10 out of 10.
right?
Boom. Yes.
When you came out,
why won't it happen though? Why won't it happen?
Because she's a puppet.
Yeah.
You
You come to a finals game in a New York skirt and New York's playing in the finals, like where you that's fireable, right? That should be a fireable sense right there. That is showing favoritism. That leads all conspiracies right there. I think like you would never see Roger Goodell, you would never see even Adam Silver, who's a player, in the club and All-Star weekend, dancing and hooting and hollering with the players. Things that you would just never see.
But don't get me wrong. The reason why she feels like she has to do it is because it's a weak infrastructure. It's a weak leader. When you're a weak leader, you become a follower by proxy. That means you're trying to do what your subordinates are doing, or you're trying to make your subordinates feel like they got a friend. Right? As parents, we know the worst thing we could do is be our kids' friend. The moment they realize we're a friend, they got us. And that's exactly what's happening right now. The commissioner's getting slapped in the face and looked at like a crappy step parent that is terrible at her job because she does not have a backbone. She's not speaking to her players the way she should speak to her players, woman to woman, because there's a certain way Adam Silver is a certain way he speaks. And just because it's testosterone coming behind it, it's not going to be heard. Kathy has failed the WNBA. If that's her first, if I said it right.
I would say, I don't even talk about, she's failed her job as doing what's best for the other owners, That's what the commissioner's job is. That's like, forget the players, right? If we're just thinking about what a commissioner's job is, commissioners, bosses are the owners. She's failed her job of growing the league, right? Because without Caitlin Clark, this league doesn't grow and doesn't see the exponential growth it's seen.
Okay, pause right there. Hold on 1 second. Pause right there. I want you to think about what you just said, and I'm gonna give you pushback everything we've said this whole conversation.
Yeah.
Without Caitlin Clark, we're not here today. So why in the hell, excuse my language, why in the hell are we arguing with Nafisha Collier and Breonna Stewart about money? Y'all are not bringing in the eyes anyway. Y'all want more money because y'all only have a few years left.
Yeah, but also they want more money for the players before them. I don't agree.
Tamika Catchings is not getting another dollar.
I don't agree with after that. I don't agree with the line in the negotiations where there's no increase as the money increase to the players.
That's bullshit. That's BS. It is increase.
That was the first one before they started renegotiating more. I think there's going to be more negotiation with it. They're going to figure out what works.
I'll break it down.
Neither's not going to figure it out.
100%. The first year, the max salary is around 1.1 million. By the fourth year, it should be around 4.4. Bro, that's if that happens in the NBA right now, that's crazy.
You tell me this: what professional league in the United States where the coaches make more than the star player?
Every league that is not making any money.
And what professional? So the WNBA was the only league not making money,
right. So if you look at
MLS,
look at who's been losing money out of the 29 years. You're talking about 26 out of 29.
But have they been losing money, or have they been moving the money in a financial way to say they're losing money?
I believe that's the thing.
You can't say that the values is up for teams, but we've always been losing money. So how does team value grow if you're losing money? I don't know a business where team value grows and you're losing money. Nike reports a loss every year. Nike on their taxes reports a loss every year. That is corporate math. You think Nike broke? Nike's cash fund.
I hear you. The pushback is the reason why I kind of give you that is because like Nike.
I'm just saying, corporate math is a thing.
Nike, everybody's wearing Nikes though, Big John. You go but before Caitlin, you go to a WNBA game, them seats are empty. That's the difference.
I 100% agree with you. We
So
are on the same page as
I-
for they both.
I think they're losing. I actually think the owners are legitimately losing. And as a man, you do not want to be the owner. Even the partial owners that are female, you don't want to be the owner that takes away women basketball.
I get you. I think they were losing for a while, but I also think that
projections are through the roof.
Projections are through the roof, but I also think there's simple things like, hey, you guys shouldn't be on a public plane on a back to back. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think there's simple things to treat your professionals like professionals that you have to do, regardless of whether you're taking a loss at or not, or how the corporate balance is working off. To say that we fined the New York Liberty because they were chartering their players, so we were fining them because they were treating their players like athletes.
Right? They did that. Now all that's in the CBA now. All that's in there now, right? All that's cleaned up. But you're not about to.
There are things that the players are going to have to give on because of the 26 years of not making money. They're going to have to give on. There are certain things that they have to stand and fight for to make it right for the future. The baseball is the strongest PA, right? Baseball is the strongest PA. That's because they fought and they had something like us where everybody who's not in the minor leagues makes enough money where they can actually not play. WNBA don't have that luxury. The NBA don't have that luxury where they can not play for a year, right? So when you see next year, when you start hearing about what the players want, what the owners want, what the salary cap, and the MLB players go, no, we ain't playing. That's a real threat from MLB. That is a 100% real threat.
Yeah,
from the NBA, that's not a threat. You go
joke.
play.
It's a joke. If they strike, you got to stand. Like people don't understand how we have a legitimate chance of losing the WNBA. Say it again.
Put up Favors comment.
What about NBA players use commercial before? Yeah, I mean
exactly.
Yeah, before a big TV deal. And Big Bro, what do the WNBA players have now?
Everything in their CBA. Everything in their CBA
don't they have a big media deal?
Everything in their CBA. It's all in, but the owners have given them everything except all the owners are saying right now is the next 4 years allow us to make our money and take this money and reinvest it into the league again. We're talking none of these teams except
Phoenix,
the Valkyries and Aces have dedicated facilities.
Phoenix.
So we got 3 Valkyries, Phoenix, and Aces dedicated facilities.
They have dedicated
out of 14 teams, right?
Everybody else
every it's not dedicated. They share.
No, they do share because Psy owns the Nets.
Everybody else shares. That's why they had to put the schedule out before they even got a CBA, because you don't lock in those dates. WNBA, the girls don't play. So they got to lock in the dates. They had to lock in the dates before the CBA because they have not made enough money to reinvest to do the growth that we're talking.
So with the owner's history, the 26 years ownership, so this is the other thing, right? You're telling me that these billionaires, money-making machines.
I'm about to tell you. Oh, I know this. It's a setup. I know. It's a set. I'm ready for it.
Couldn't find a way to make money. Until CC. You're telling me, as if you were a player,
mm-hmm.
would you honestly trust them to reinvest the money in the league?
Yes.
With the history.
Yes, I'll tell you why, right? So in order to reinvest, you have to have, right? We have to make the money first to reinvest. So we're talking over the net, like we got the deal here. It's not like they just got a lump sum of money. It gets paid out over time, right? And as that grows, the ladies grow.
No,
And also, what large business does not have a sector that operates at a loss so that you can offset the taxes?
Corporate math.
Hold on. This is why I'm about to bring your whole entire point. The reason why the WNBA is still around, even though it operates as a loss, they know it's going to be a loss.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm telling you is they know the WNBA is trash. They know they can't make money. Hold on. They know they're going to lose money, so they can funnel other money, almost like money laundering, through it. No, hold on. Knowing that you don't have a good product, John, but the product's trash. So
I understand.
Now they got the TV deal, and you got Caitlin Clark. Juju comes out the following year. I mean, this year alone, Hannah Hidalgo and Olivia Miles to actually be point guards in the league. We don't have point guards in the WNBA. We're about to get 3 or 4 in the Kiki Rice, Olivia Miles, Hannah Hidalgo. We actually have 3 legit points that are coming to the league. The next year after that, that's when it gets dumb. We're talking about Juju coming out. You talking about
you get Fonte next year too.
You're gonna be
next year.
Flage coming out this year.
You get Fonte this year.
Yeah, you got Michaela Williams. You got Malaysia. You got Michaela Williams next year. You got God. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The list goes on. Oh, Madison Booker out of Texas. Oh my God, what a dog. That's KG. If y'all haven't seen her play, if y'all want to see the girl that actually got skills that play the game well, Madison Booker's a dog.
That's what I love about the WBA. There's actual skill.
Yeah,
right?
It's not about talent.
That's actual
athleticism. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not as much about athleticism. It's like being able to manipulate, move, and actually play the game basketball in its purest form.
Hold on, let's go back real to this because I know FD haven't said anything on this. Now, when it comes to these
sometimes
owners,
you let me go.
I've seen it. Now, you know, but what I'm saying here is the owners have a product that is guaranteed to lose. At the past 29 years, it's been guaranteed to lose. And you know when it hits your books, you can guarantee, you can bet money on that negative 50, 60 million, whatever you pour into it, you can bet money. You could just throw money away, secretly throw money somewhere, right, to make it look like man, but gotta love it though. The ribeye, the Sam's Club ribeye is actually where it's at. But this is calculated in my opinion because it's a bad product. The shock is that it's a good product now. The shock is Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese actually doing something. And then you got players like Asia Wilson dating Bam. So now it's like people in the NBA know Asia Wilson now that would have never known Asia Wilson. So now Asia Wilson card market bumps a little bit because the casual basketball fans that are looking for investment opportunities, Asia Wilson's the number one. Probably, I would personally say Candace Parker rookies or rookie autos. I would jump on those immediately. Any Rittenhouse rookies you can find from the classics, I would jump on those. But
can I say something about Candace Parker real quick?
Uh-oh.
I love CP. I love us. The real CP3. Right?
Let's see. Talk to me.
I wish you didn't have a podcast.
No, facts.
I wish you just be quiet.
I don't think she can be quiet. So
facts.
It's just her takes. Her takes frustrate me.
But I think that's the intent.
Not just because they're bad takes.
I think it's all
because
intentional.
It seems personal.
It's all intentional.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It just seems
she knows too much basketball to say what she said.
How many times have y'all heard her say something that was back? You're like, did Candace say that?
Yeah.
You know, like that doesn't even make sense. Like she was, you know.
Like I like, you know, listen, she knows too much basketball. She's been too great.
Yeah. She knows what she does.
And maybe it's because she's a force. Maybe she has that Shaq in her where like Shaq's harder on centers, but she's harder on bigs in the W. But like she she is. If you're a friend, you don't get that same type of criticism.
Nah.
Like you don't. Aaliyah Boston don't get that same type of criticism that the others get, that the other fours in the league get.
Yeah,
Right?
she's
Aaliyah, Asia don't get that same type of criticism that your friend. And I just wish some of her take seems like a personal vendetta.
A personal attack. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like if somebody doesn't play like her, like Camila Cardoso with the Sky, 6'7". Yes, no, she's not gonna move her feet the same. No, she's not gonna have quick feet like Angel, but she also shoots 60%. She also, is more skilled as far as positioning herself offensively. I'm not even talking about defense or rebounds like Angel, but I'm just talking about as a player. Just because you don't play like Candace, if you don't play like Candace don't like you.
I'll say one thing about
pretty straightforward.
I'll say one thing about Camila Cardozo, and I would just ask one question: what is the last time Don Staley put a bad big in the WNBA?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
You got Asia, Aaliyah, Cardozo back to back. You know why they lost last year? Because they didn't have a bad big. They didn't have a big in the middle. That's the main reason why they lost the UConn. They didn't have a big in the middle to settle them down when they shooting went.
I feel like it's gonna hurt them again this year because Joyce
Edwards probably gonna hurt them again this year. That's why when they got that 6'9" kid from France, they went and got.
Yeah.
So, but
Toby in the building.
Yeah, Toby in the house.
You got Sarah Strong coming in 2 years too.
Yeah, again, now we're talking. Listen, we're talking about. I'm thinking this is y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for a crazy take? First crazy take of the pod.
What you got?
Sarah Strong busts in the W.
Ooh.
She ends up becoming Draymond Green. She's a tweener. Don't get me wrong. If that jump shot doesn't develop until her 3-point looks good. If it doesn't transition to WNBA 3 where a bigger person's on you separate a little bit, we're gonna have issues with Sarah. Don't get me wrong. Love her style. Love her play in college. But I would say that Sarah Strong might end up going down as the Christian Laettner of women's basketball.
That's a heavy take because you got people saying that she could be that she could
the LeBron. Yeah. Now you said
she could be the best ever.
Now Chavez over at Oklahoma, is that Oklahoma? Then you have girls like Jazzy Davison over at USC.
Mm-hmm.
You have Michaela Blakes and Vandy.
Yes.
These people are going to destroy the league. Like, we're not even talking about Kayomi Miller, Ashlyn Shade in UConn, Barry Wallace at Illinois. Oh, man, Amari Berry. Like, Liv McGill over at in Florida. I'm about to go. I'm going to watch her on the 1st of March. They play UGA. Got to watch her and Kate Koval play. Well, not Kate Koval. Yeah, Kate Koval too. Yeah, she moved over there. She's not LSU. So I want to watch Shaq's daughter too. Shaq's daughter plays in Florida, so I kind of want to watch her. But go ahead.
Let's get into college real quick because I want your opinion. Let's go back to the LSU USC game.
Sheesh.
Can Moki ever beat Staley? Because it's not like she ain't got a squad this year. She got a good squad.
LSU's up and down. LSU's not a consistent team.
You talking about Staley? Talking about
Moki.
Yeah, Moki. You talking about LSU? Yeah, LSU. But see, the thing about LSU is they went out and got 2 players that fail in the clutch. Mm-hmm. Even a couple. Let's look at high school. If I'm not mistaken, junior year for Fulwally lost because she had a bad game in the state championships or the game before the state championship, something like that. Her senior year, I don't think they won either. And let's fast forward it last year, but her issues clutch time. This year, her first game against Vandy. It was like Michaela Blakes versus nothing.
No.
And then this game where she had it in her palm, she had Makoki's her first win. She had it, but she didn't come through again. It's time to put them fours down and start putting some shots up because we gotta get more consistent.
The thing about Malaysia is what I find. We talked about talent early.
I was talking about Floje, not even Malaysia.
Malaysia
too. Don't get me wrong, Malaysia too.
Malaysia's definitely a talent, and when you are a point guard and you don't want to take the coaching from one of the greatest point guards in basketball, Don Staley, who will mother you up when need to, and will coach you like crazy, right? She will soften her touch and be at the house, hanging over and mother them up and do great things to show her appreciation for her team. But she coaches them hard, and when you decide that after you win another championship, after you play bad defense, you don't show up on the court, that her coaching is the reason why you got to go to another team.
You know who it sounds like? Luka Doncic.
Here we go.
That's what it sounds like. You got a Hall of Fame point guard that's your head coach. You don't want to listen about what you need to do, and so they move you to another team.
Yeah. But the difference between Malaysia and Luka, Malaysia can't.
At the end of the day, it's the same result. I don't care.
She can't put up 20 points.
I don't care what she says though. At the end of the day, when that clock hits 3 zeros, you're in the same place.
Man, Luka Malaysia full volley was not on my. Oh man. Because if you think of like that, they don't listen though. Like if you think about it, like that might be. Did you get the best version of Luka? Can you get the best version of Luka if he's not in a super pressure situation? Probably no. Same with Malaysia. She has to be in a super uncomfortable position in order to get the best out of them. It's not coming out of them just naturally because they can't be coached. Golly!
Have you ever seen the best version of Luka? Have you ever really seen it?
I gotta clip this, y'all. Y'all send me this recording.
First, you gotta be in shape.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever really seen the best version of Luka?
I don't think we have.
Nope. Malaysia didn't fit the system that Don wants to play because Malaysia didn't want to fit the system. She wants to be flashy. She wants to be high.
What up, D? How you doing, bro? I'll give you pushback on that. There's no system you can't play in if you listen.
No, exactly.
I'm sorry. That means like in the NBA, Cam Thomas, he didn't fit the system. No, he don't want to pass the ball. Sure. Peyton Pritchard, the reason why we'll go back to Peyton. The reason why Peyton could never start over the past 4 years, 5, even now, why because he's not thinking about everybody else. He's Malaysia.
Like Derek White does.
Man, Derek, don't get me on Derek White, he was supposed to take the biggest jump this year, and he ended up.
Wasn't gonna happen. You knew that,
man. No, man, come on, man. I'm bald, man. I knew he was gonna do it, man. Yeah, man, I knew he was going. I knew he was going to be 25. Man, I thought he was going to be 20. You couldn't tell me Derek White wasn't going to be 25, 7, and 7. LeBron numbers.
All right, so let's transition over in the NBA, right?
Okay, talk to him.
Who's your MVP?
MVP this year? Man, you got to give
right
it to
now.
Cade.
Who's your MVP?
Cade Cunningham.
Wow.
Cade Cunningham will take the MVP down this year, especially when by the end of the season, Pistons are the number 1 team by at least 5 games. Cade is now averaging 27. Everybody's winning, and he has people playing better. The difference between Cade and a lot of people, Cade actually make people around him better. I believe he will average a little bit more. We're going to see more 40-point games out of him.
When you're playing with Duran, you got to make people better.
But Duran is different. But hey, everybody get a little, you know,
yeah,
you get a little lucky with Duran. Duran a dog. I think he's like the last big man.
I will say one thing: he has his Draymond and Isaiah Stewart.
But he'll cry, but he do stupid like stuff to me. I think
he has his Draymond.
And Isaiah Stewart, they ain't to cut ties with Isaiah Stewart. They're gonna lose Pistons are going to end up losing games in the playoffs because of Isaiah Stewart. It's cool to have an enforcer and all that stuff, but we're talking about
He's a
moving
liability.
forward.
He's
He
a
at this point 100% a liability. Give me Ricochet over Stewart.
I know this is a comparison over 4 games.
Nah, Shea different though, man. Shay's he's out of he's going to be out of the contention, isn't he?
No, he's in the contention still.
No,
He has 11 more games. He's going to miss 11 games. He's going.
No, that's why he took these 2 weeks off.
You think?
Oh, he can run this. Yes. Yeah, this is strategic. You really think he pulled an ab muscle? No, sir.
No, but when that calf, I'm thinking Achilles next after the calf,
No, this is about chilling.
You think so?
Coming out here and doing this media work and this marketing work at All-Star break and going back and decapitating people.
Okay, time out. So you're telling me he's allowing what, Jalen Williams to get his feet under him, returning from the injury?
Well, Jalen Williams came back, then went out again. Supposedly he his hamstring. I don't believe that. I think he came back to test where he was at, went back to chill a little bit, and then they're gonna put a run on at the end. This is like getting ready for the playoffs.
Man, if you call this and Shea does not miss any more time, I'm gonna. When I thought calf, I'm worried about calves now. Now every time I hear it, I think it's a bad issue. I know Jokic is out of the contention.
Oh yeah, he's done.
He's got one more game to miss.
Yeah, he's not gonna make one more game.
Man, there y'all go with this.
He's in there right now.
Shay's. I don't think Shay's gonna make it. I think K is gonna end up taking this. How much? What does that say as far as what are we looking at? 22? Yeah. He gonna be 26 by the end of the year, averaging 26.
But let me ask you this: let's say Shea has 2 regular season MVPs and 2 final MVPs by the age of 27.
Now, Shea, listen, we're talking about the next greatest player that's played the game. Shea, in my opinion, is cool. Jokic, I love what Jokic is doing. Don't get me wrong. If you're 7 feet, you have an advantage off the rip. 6'6", a little different. When you're 7 feet, you can learn how to do everything to make yourself, amazing, right? But you're talking about a 6'6" player that was shunned from the beginning, and nobody believed in him.
I agree.
Damn near butt pressy. And kind of why I think the Milwaukee Bucks are in for a treat with Uzma and Deng. Probably one of my favorite young players in the league. But anyway, coming from the Thunder, drafted by Sam Presti as well. But yeah, Shea overall, if Shea stays in it, I don't think he can ever, Shea's like LeBron right now. I'm not a fan of Luka, man. I don't like Luka, bro.
Yeah, do I? But I got a question for you. Now I know
I can't stand this.
He scores more points per game, but who would you rather have at your point guard?
Cade.
So would I.
Easy.
So would I.
Easy. Because the difference between Cade and Luka, Cade can stop somebody when it's time to, and whenever he wants to get a bucket, if he really wants to he can go get a bucket. But Luka can score a bucket, and then he has to score another 3 immediately. He has to because he just gave up 2 or 3.
Hot take. Cade.
Go ahead, Big Jon.
Cade is who they wanted Ben Simmons to be.
Nah, I don't think.
Cade
man,
that 6'8" guard that can create everybody and shoot and play defense and give you that advantage as a 6'8" point guard.
Ben never had it.
Ben
never had that shot, man.
But he is who they wanted Ben Simmons to be. Right? When they drafted Ben Simmons, the next Bron and all this other stuff that's great, they was putting off Ben Simmons. He's who they wanted to be. Like that, if you go back to how he talked about Ben Simmons and look at how Cade plays and look at what Cade does, you can tell that's who they were thinking of before Cade got there. Because that's what Cade is amazing, is what he's been able to do with that Pistons team after going for that record-breaking losing streak.
Facts.
I remember.
Can't love him.
Remember last year when they got the new coach and he started making them dress a certain way and come to be on time for this and getting that structure. And they was like, "Oh, the NBA players, you can't treat them like this." But look what they got them. Look what coaching got them.
Nah.
In 2 years, they went from being the worst laughing stock to you almost think they can make it to the finals.
Almost. Only team that can beat them, guaranteed, is, in my opinion, is Cleveland.
Boston.
When it comes to Boston's not beating them.
Yeah.
Boston's not beating them without a full squad. Ain't no way. My God. The issue with the playoffs is that they're gonna drop Asar, then they're gonna flutter Tobias, then they're gonna flutter Jalen Duren when they need to. Yeah, big guarding them, putting body on them to slow them down. That's a whole different issue because Jaylen Brown's the only one at that point.
Listen, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't ever mention that somebody can be somebody and use Tobias Harris as any type of example to me.
No, I didn't understand what
Okay. As a Jimmy Butler fan, Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris. You chose him over me. As a Jimmy Butler fan, don't ever put Tobias Harris in your reasoning why.
No, man. No, hey, Tom, we're talking 6'8". Man, we gonna stop playing with Tobias Harris' name.
No, we are not.
One of the highest paid players over his career that we've ever seen.
Hey, congratulations.
Right?
Professional bag getter. Professional bag getter. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. You're a better bag getter than backup quarterbacks in the NFL. I get your money, bro.
Somebody tell him, Jarrell. Tell him, Jarrell, stay off of him. He on the good stuff, man. He gotta be. He's that wee. No, man. I say all that to say, realistically.
Yeah, and Tobias Harris ain't made it to the finals that Jimmy has as the main guy. Tobias Harris is never had to be the main guy.
Jimmy can't be the main guy. He was the main guy for 2 years. 2 years he was the main guy.
He got 2 years. Tobias ain't never been the main guy. He ain't never been the main guy.
I got you.
Feel like that.
He ain't never been the third option.
But now he's been on the Pistons. He have. Get out of here. Now stop playing with my boy. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna play with Tobias like he's Ben Simmons.
And Asur. Those are 3 options on the Pistons.
Who?
Cade the 4th option. Cade's the grenade option.
So I got you, Jalen Duren, Cade, who?
Asur.
Man,
yeah,
say it again, Jarrell. Jarrell, type it again. He own it, man. He own it. He own it right now. He got
That's gonna be the Pistons' problem. They don't have a third scorer though.
They let go of Jaden Ivey. Man, I understand what we see in the SAR, but hey, somebody got to be the shitty twin.
Well, can they both be the shitty twin? Because they need one of them to shoot.
Shooting is one thing, but sometimes the SAR is lost out there. Defense. Sometimes he how's he getting beat? You're one of the most athletic people we ever seen. He can't slide his feet like amen.
Well, what did the hobby say though? He's a defensive stopper.
But he can't even move, but he don't even have it like that. I see the potential. I see the Herb Jones potential. Don't get me wrong, I see it. But we're not acting like he's there. He's not stopping the stop sign.
He is not there. I mean, let me
stop sign keep rolling. How does stop sign keep going?
Let me play something else for you. For somebody who does a lot of talking.
You know, hey, I know how we do. We're gonna get to the little metal ball slander soon.
Oh man, no, we talking about the funnest player in the league, second funnest behind Ant.
Over the top, I think it make me want to go get another MVP. It make me want to go get a championship. And ain't none of that easy, by the way. I want y'all to know, like, ain't none of that easy. It's always gonna be hard, and I always want the hard way. I think.
Bro said another MVP. This is what we had in 2026, big bro. We're
Yeah.
claiming All-Star Game MVPs as another MVP.
How many Kobe win?
Of what? What of what?
All-Star MVPs.
I think what? 3?
3. So after the first one, you don't think he wanted to get another one? That's why he went and got it one.
I know, but I know he was talking about
NBA MVP.
Yeah, we were
Nah.
talking about winning NBA MVPs and winning chips. Kobe was talking Chip City. He wasn't talking rec games.
But the question was given to Ant in the context of post winning the All-Star MVP.
What he could have said was, I really didn't. That was cool, but now I want to focus on resume items.
True story. True story. I
and
feel
get
that.
after something here.
Because in my opinion, yeah.
Because he came in the beginning of the season saying he wanted to be Defensive Player of the Year and MVP, and he's far from both of those.
Yeah, he's getting cooked. He's getting cooked as well on defense.
Yes. I mean, he's putting up negative 22 plus minuses, negative 12s. He has one game a week ago, he had the same plus minuses points on the negative end.
And it's not there yet.
You don't call Ant-Man for what Ant-Man is now.
He's not there yet.
No, he won't be.
And I think the All-Star game proved it. If y'all really look at that All-Star game, Kawhi showed y'all who the best player at the All-Star game was. I'm gonna score 30 in a game in one of these little games.
How do you not win MVP?
Because they didn't win.
Hey, come on.
I feel you, but they didn't win, right? Stop the plus minus. They said stop the plus minus.
We know plus minus. We know plus minus. We love plus minus.
It's BPM all day.
Nah, but like, see, to me, plus minus is about player efficiency.
Well, it's also about giving up that free path to the lane, getting cooked in the post game. It's a lot baked in there.
And Alex, that's real. That's true. Don't get me wrong. LeBron praises Ant because people love to see someone have confidence and that can back it up. That's why we all love Ant, right? But the issue with Ant is when you need him to do what he say he's gonna do, he ends up becoming Caitlin Clark and missing.
Oh, see, I was gonna say Devin Booker.
I had to bring it back to the ladies. No, we don't even talk about Devin Booker. Devin Booker is the most overrated star I've ever seen. He does enough to not do enough. Get out of here. Get him out of here. Again, and don't get me wrong, I have Kobe's like at the bottom of my top 10 if he's even in there. So anybody that has that style of play that, I'm gonna let it go no matter what, and my efficiency's trash, I'm not. But this year, Book's better, but just not a big fan of that style of play. That's why LeBron's my GOAT. That's another conversation.
Yeah, that's another conversation because Jordan all day. Plus minus is a team stat. It's not a team stat.
Oh no, I gotta give you that one.
Not a team stat at all. You can get cooked.
So let's talk about what.
They take you off the court with that plus minus crazy. If you're not starting,
they trade you. They sit you down. It's here in Milwaukee. They do a lot of stuff. That plus minus ain't right.
Sleeper team. Cavs are probably going to win the championship this year, though.
They got James Harden.
Harden gets his first.
Yeah, James Harden.
But remember, whoa. Harden cannot win a championship as the number one option.
So who's number one? Donovan Mitchell? He can't win a championship as a one.
The new Dwayne Wade? Are you crazy? That's the new Dwayne Wade. Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell. Who's the better two guard in the league? Who y'all like over Donovan Mitchell?
Let me YouTube Donovan Mitchell. Defensive highlights.
Not defensive. Damn, man. See, don't get me wrong.
Toby says
he got Jay Allen and he got Mobley in the paint, so he's okay.
Okay.
He got a very good problem. Here's his problem. Y'all want to stay on basketball? I still want to talk about what, and I still want to talk about WWE. We good. We got it.
I'm just gonna have some in the background right here from my man, Big Bro. Go ahead. Looking up.
What's the problem?
He about to put that. He about to put me in the blender real quick.
Just looking at defensive highlights. I'm still looking.
None of it get cooked, man. Disrespect at all time holiday.
Hey, shit here. Look, hey, shit here, man. Look at this. Bag work,
Hey,
3310.
I just noticed you even typed in the fence.
Ah! Yeah, they're gonna win, all right. Okay. Go ahead, Big Jon. What we about to say?
Toby said he got a very good problem. I want.
What's up?
Toby. All right, what he say?
Mendoza? You want to talk Mendoza?
Got a 5-pack of Mendoza.
Okay. I just got home from work and got my tops now. 5-pack. I hit a Black Redemption auto.
That's nice.
Yeah. I would. I personally, just to go off subject for 2 seconds. In 5 years, Vegas will win a chip. If it takes that long.
With same ownership?
This is all they need. It's a setup. All this has been a setup. Gino was a joke.
You said Mendoza's all they need?
No, Mendoza will take them to another notch.
Oh.
I believe Mendoza's because the thing about Mendoza, he's a rich man's Alex Smith. Is that the right term? Is that the right way to say that? Phrase that?
Poor man's.
You can say that.
I don't want to say a poor man's Alex Smith because that means he's shittier. He's not as good. I think he's going to be better than Alex Smith, but barely. You know what I mean?
Let me give you my take. I don't think Mendoza's an NFL quarterback.
That's the reaction right there.
Not at all.
All right, so Toby, I'm gonna tell you what you do. You redeem that, and you sell it. You sell it draft night.
Yeah, you should absolutely sell before training camp, 100%.
Do not hold on to that thing.
Yeah,
I would say move that car immediately.
I'll move the redemption. I won't even. I'm straight. Because if moving the redemption alone to have you up, because you send that in, you could be stuck with it, with it being just in the pipeline. So that's just 2 cents from 3 guys that like cars, like a little paper every now and then,
Yep.
But yeah, we also said thinking about touching on whatnot tonight and some other things as well.
What you got on whatnot, Big Jon?
Yeah. So how's it going on whatnot? How long have you been doing it? What's your strategy? What are you trying to get out of every stream you put on?
Great question. So without trying to drop finance, try not to.
Just so you got people on there.
Tell all you. Man, hell no, I don't mind, man. We here with the family, so you got to talk a little numbers. But I've been on whatnot,
and they just try to be all hype, boom and bang and yell. You just seen the guy in UK steal a giveaway card and sell it for $51K, right?
Yeah.
So and no, I've met you off whatnot that's been in the stream and catching the vibe that you try to have,
100%.
Giving deals, something selling over, but it always seems to like average out when you're in your rooms. It's like, what are you just trying to? What people expect when they go and whatnot? They come in, you got a WNBA thing going. What are you trying to give the people?
I'm gonna push to my reviews real quick. I'm just gonna push to my reviews, and if anybody get time, y'all go check out my Big Bro Sports Cars reviews, and it's gonna talk about the experience. So yeah, people are gonna get good deals. Everybody have cars. Everybody's gonna give you a good deal, right? But a lot of times you're not educated on your deal. You just hit a Ashland Shade, to 99, and you don't really know much about her. But after you buy it out of my stream, in my opinion, she's the best shooter, 3-point shooter, outside of Azzy Fudd on the on Connecticut roster, right? Right. If what you're going to get out of my stream, I believe is a little different. You're going to get educated a little bit. If you're coming in, you're probably looking for Paige and Caitlin, but I might have highlights of South Carolina. So we're going to talk about Kennedy Smith and Jazzy Davison as well. Right. Also, I could take a random stack of cards and I don't care who the players are, but I can also freestyle every name that I see on a card. That's kind of exciting as well. right? So when you come into the show, you see something, you hear something that you don't normally see or hear. And that's what I want to provide. I want to provide an experience that make you feel good about what you're doing, but also about what you're buying, and you will get a freestyle on me. I have sometimes in my chats, I literally play a song. I say, we got 2-minute freestyle break, put it in the chat. I need words in the chat, or y'all do a stack of cards. I'll grab random things. I'll be like, all right, I got a box. I got some glasses. I got some card defenders. I got to put these in the freestyle together, right? So little things like that is what make people stick without having to pay for promotion, things like that. But it goes back to what I said in the beginning. Is it really you though? Are you freestyling because you heard somebody else freestyle and you think it's cool, or do you like freestyling and you can incorporate that in your show because it's entertaining? And I want people to feel good about buying shit. It's not a lot of things we buy that we feel good about after we've purchased it. A lot of times we want to get rid of it so we can get the money again because it's more scarce than it used to be as far as cash flow goes. So you want to give people a good reason. I want to give people a good reason to not just buy, but to get the card and then want to come back and buy again. That's what I truly believe is separating me. I've been doing Whatnot now 2 years. I've been really focused in the past 7-8 months when I transitioned 100% to WNBA. What I expect to get out of the shows is I want true foundational pieces for my business, and
So
that
why
starts with
WNBA?
taking care of people, huh?
Why WNBA? And why just focus on that? Because that's not the most profitable lane you can get in.
Yeah,
right? It's not football. It's not flawless basketball. It's not, baseball. It's very, niche right now, even though it's gaining popularity. So why that lane?
Another real good question there. WNBA showed me that, I can go to school again. At 38, at the time, 36, 35, and I was just, that passion for progression, that passion for, sparking that part of your brain where there's nuances happening. Which, and what's really cool about WNBA, again, we can kind of push this back to the NBA in the 80s. That creates nostalgia. This is all feel good. These are things that also create serotonin. So now we're getting serotonin, dopamine dumps, and we're feeling good. We're feeling better. Somebody come in my stream, 9 times out of 10, they don't know everything or much about women's basketball. So when I get to educate and then I have a thank you, or I look at my reviews, crazy reviews, and the love I get, it's it's love. It's not like, I don't make money off reviews, but I know I'm adding value because of the reviews. And that's what I do in the shows. I add tremendous value. I have a lot of repeat buyers. 90% of my shows repeat buyers. I don't spend much on promotions anymore. I used to spend about $15 to $30 a show on promotions. Now I don't spend anything. I'd rather do a pop-up show, see who comes in, chill out for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then start running cards based on who's in there or what type of conversation we're having. And then I have my weekly shows where people are looking forward to. If they see packs and singles, they want to be in that show because they know they're going to get packs and they don't have to pay $25 a pack or $20 a pack. Plus, they get an insurance card with it. So even if they don't hit in their pack, they got a dope ass Joyce Edwards to 99. And she has a lot of promise because, we know South Carolina was supposed to be meh this year, ended up being better. One of the reasons is because of the Aaliyah Edwards comp, Joyce Edwards. Joyce Edwards. So, but that's my Aaliyah. Her comp is Aaliyah Edwards, by the way, who has probably top 5 upside in the WNBA as well. WNBA has a lot of opportunity as well for growth. When Jackson Dart or Shador Sanders come into the league, you got a Teresa Weatherspoon. You're talking about one of the GOATs. One of the issues is another thing. Like, it's so much investment opportunity with women basketball. Do you know how much Rebecca Lobo, Cynthia Cooper, Dyke autos go for? Cheryl Swoops, even Lisa Leslie. Like some Diana Taurasi stuff, Sue Bird stuff. If it's not a big car necessarily, you're not getting a whole lot for it, even if it's an auto. It's just because people don't understand their value yet. And that's not like football, baseball. Babe Ruth prices are cooked. Jackie Robinson prices cooked. Albert Pujols already cooked. Barry Bonds, Pete Roy, whatever. But WNBA, you can buy Candace Parker right now, and in 5 years, that car is going to be worth more money. You can buy Sue Bird right now, and in 5 years, it's going to be worth even more. Diana Taurasi, Lobo, Maya Moore it's a joke where Maya Moore's cars are right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a joke where Asia Wilson right now should be commanding $400 autos, at least 300, 200, but not much value as well.
Rittenhouse rookie is still expensive.
Nah, that's different though. You're talking about her. You're talking about the only car, but then what are you talking about? Not even 4-figure car, right? You're talking about $400 car.
No, I think it's 4 figures for the Rittenhouse.
If you get a 10, like what you got to get in it?
Yeah, this 10 is crazy.
Oh, in a 10, yeah. I'm talking about
price is crazy.
Oh man, hold on, time out. I'm gonna get on people about the asking prices on Rittenhouses. Now, listen, they don't listen. All right, I'm almost cussed again. I'm trying to work on my language. I be trying to hold it. I gotta work on my language. But yeah, they ask for a lot, right? And that car, in my opinion, should 100% be a $10,000 car, $15,000 car, but it's not.
No, that's maybe 4,000. That's about it.
Yeah,
26.
Yeah, definitely up there. And the crazy thing about this car specifically, man, the opportunities I've had to get her Rittenhouse Ricky autos. I've had 2 opportunities to get her autos for like cheap, man, trades for bets, like little things that I said no to. Like yeah, I could have times where I could have put up, my Jordans for one of these cars and I could have had it, but I messed up. I made mistakes in my life too, y'all.
We all have.
But yeah, Whatnot and WNBA focus was strictly because of my love for education and learning, and I believe that niche can teach me the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm big bro. Big bro sports cars isn't just because it sounds good. I'm a big brother. I mentor about 30 young men here in Georgia. My reach of mentoring has started with charter schools when I was in college. 17 years old as a freshman in college. I was going to, Drew Charter and working with Scotty Smith, who was a golf instructor, teaching black boys how to, play golf. You know what I mean? Teaching them that, maybe we should start looking at lacrosse. This was in college. This was when I was in college. Maybe we should start looking at lacrosse, y'all. Maybe we should start looking at tennis. Let's start looking at these markets that aren't flooded. That'll be a lot easier for us to go ahead and get a scholarship with. Mm-hmm. And then, like Big Bro Sports Cars, I want to be able to teach. I have a passion for progression. I feel the best when people gain knowledge from a conversation with me. That does something to me. My dad was the smartest man I knew. Graduated high school at 16, college, Georgia Tech, 20, invited to Jeopardy multiple times, but because he was a deacon in our church, he had responsibility. That's why he didn't go to Jeopardy. Was a collegiate wrestler. But again, smartest man I knew, spoke 7 languages. I don't know. No matter who he saw at the store, he could have a conversation with. I thought it was the creepiest thing. When I was younger, one funny thing about my pop, when I was younger, I used to go and fake. If I understood the accent, I thought that's what my dad was doing. I didn't know my dad was actually knew these languages. I thought my dad was just going there and kind of like how if we do a Hispanic accent, we're like, hey. I thought that's what my dad was really doing. So I would go into places. I would go into places just like that. If I go into get a Mexican restaurant and I was younger, I'm like, hey, can I eat there? And he'll be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to be like you. So But what he always did was make everybody feel comfortable. Whatnot allows me to be my dad a little bit. I don't meet a stranger. My favorite scripture will always be not forgetful to entertain strangers, because some have entertained angels unaware. Never know who you're talking to. Never know who you could bless. You never know who has a gun to their head or in their mouth at the moment you come across them. You can change lives with a smile and making someone feel good that day. So it's my mission, man. It's my mission. It's my mission to make people feel good. And everybody need a big bro. You know what I mean? Everybody need a big bro.
Yeah, much respect. I appreciate that. Dad's a man of the world, but a man of God at the same time.
It's a struggle because the one thing people don't know about me is we got the quiet card. Well, a lot of things people don't know about me is I'm battling this. I have a 4-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And I fight to see. Haven't seen him in about a year and a half. Right. So I battle with some things that are have to separate from his mother. I battle with things that are really tough and that would normally break people.
Some days you have bad days and you just don't know why. And then it just hits you while you just having a bad day.
Yeah. It never hits me why. I know exactly why. The best version of me is gonna be a family man. Like I just now found my queen, 38. I'm divorced once. Yeah, I just found my queen. And when we talk cars,
life don't stop.
Yeah, man. When we found cars, though, cars is what allowed me to operate excited more often.
Mm-hmm.
And then to have somebody that supports you on top of that, man. Shout out to the great women in the world that backs us up, that loves us. I'm gonna give that shout out randomly, just because something about having somebody that when I'm out of top loaders, they're already ordered from Amazon. You know what I mean? Like it's something about having that keeps you going as well. Because I might have dropped off a year or so ago when things got really tough with my son, if it wasn't for that love I had. So yeah, man, I'm able to educate. I'm able to show love. Man, this is me loving what I do. Oh, shout out the Quiet Podcast. Bang bang. Appreciate the love.
Money.
But yeah. Yeah, I think we had what I know y'all want to tap on something after whatnot.
What me and you really bonded over is the fact that we both collect Montez Ford. So we're both WWE fans. We collect the same player, and
100%.
not many people collect him like we do.
100% no. 100% no. I had to grab my new PC I'm working on, so I know you're gonna appreciate it.
Who is it?
New PC I'm working on.
It better not be over.
I can't afford Oba, bro. I can't even afford Oba. No, get out of here. I hate when people with money say people cheat.
Oh, right. We got money. Who got money?
I don't know who you be robbing, but I ain't like that.
You got a mortgage. You give me money.
But we're talking about relics though, Matt relics. So we want players.
Kane and Umaga?
Right, and I look for players that have either retired or passed. So you got Mr. Kennedy, Shawn Michaels, JBL, Batista, Carlito. And then you got people that you gotta have, right? Gotta have a Jeff Hardy. That's actually Warren Jeff. Got Charlotte out of 10.
Nice.
We got the new guys, Tim, Seth, the banger though. My favorite, cause it's only like $100 card, but Rock Hogan, WrestleMania 18.
Oh wow.
That's a ring relic from that. So that's my new PC. Another one of my only wrestling PC outside of Montez Ford is collecting either Matt relics or game used material or wrestler worn. I think the wrestler worn, the relics untapped market when it comes to wrestling.
People don't like. So when I say Oba was cheap, his Topps Chrome golds to 50 were under $20 before Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I might have messed up then.
Huh? That's what I mean. Like,
cause they not under 20 now, my boy.
Hold in mind. They were under $20. You wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I've been focusing on, as far as women, Dominique Malonga. been focusing heavy on her. She's extremely undervalued for a rookie. For a rookie, I mean, Sonya Citron and Georgia Moore cars to go higher than hers is absolutely insane. She has more upside than Paige does. She's a 6'6" athletic big. It doesn't exist in the league. She is the Wemby of the WNBA right now. She's just like Wemby. She don't have the skill set she need to play against women that know how to play basketball. 3-on-3 allows her to get a little comfortable with somebody that doesn't mind passing. She don't have that in Seattle. So that's what she needs. I wouldn't be surprised if the Wings flip the script, trade the number 1 pick for Dominique Malonga.
Now, since you brought up Wemby, I think Big John's frozen, so I'm gonna throw this question.
No, I'm frozen. Okay.
Oh, you're here. What do you think of Wemby? And how long do you see Wemby playing? Is he gonna have a flourishing career, or is he gonna be cut short?
Great question. I think we're looking at, no disrespect, and just from what I see, I'm thinking we're looking at Yao Ming maybe with 2 or 3 more years.
Okay. The same boat. I think same thing.
Now, again, nothing against Wemby. I think Wemby is incredible, freak talent. But he's bull with the minutes. And if for someone that's 7'5" and just this alien can do anything, for him to have only 1 game where he has 40.3 quarters or 2 quarter, whatever he did, that's awesome. But based on how we're talking about him, Flag just put up 49. Haven't seen Wemby do it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So first he can't get the minutes, and I believe that there's a reason why he's still coming off the bench.
Of course.
But notice how the media does not touch that. They don't mess with that at all.
Because that destroys the narrative of him being the best.
That's right. And the alien. Bro's not really an alien. Bro's kind of struggling at times, and he will be exposed in the playoffs.
Facts.
I was listening to a podcast, and it was like, and it was about Detroit made the finals, right? Going back to that. So what is Wemby going to do if he has to go through the West and then play a final series against Isaiah Stewart?
Curl up.
I'm not worried about Isaiah Stewart.
I'm not worried about him from a scoring point, but just being physical with you.
That's what I'm saying.
Wemby has
that. Go ahead.
Going through a physical West, right? Going through a physical West to get to the finals. We know the West is the harder part.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go get through Chat, through Joker, and maybe you have to see Rudy, but Rudy's Rudy.
Yeah.
And then you got to come up with this insane person in Isaiah Stewart that's just going to lay on you all game. And how's he going to hold up for that?
I'll tell you right now. The Isaiah Stewart not gonna be the person he has to worry about. He not gonna be able to deal with Isaiah Mobley and Allen. He can't deal with them guys.
Right.
We're talking about Isaiah Stewart, like the starter, Jalen Duren. Isaiah Stewart might not even get minutes with him. He gonna be out of the game after running up and down the court, running up against Jalen Duren. He is Shaq in shape.
I call him modern day Ola Thorpe.
Damn, Thorpe that's a good one.
Yeah,
I believe Jalen Duren is what we wanted, what we thought Greg Oden was going to be, but a little shorter.
You see that?
Facts. That's man. God, hey John. Hey man, hold on, FD. FD that has some takes tonight, man. Hold on. I'm still thinking about how he flipped the.
Lucas?
That Lucas shit.
This is what you live for, right? You gotta think about it. How many other podcasts are gonna push back and have the honest disagreements that we've had tonight?
That's why they interrupt. That's why they want to start talking WNBA.
Yeah.
Like,
but actually listen to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is
it's not staged. You know,
it's not staged.
You know, there's more so like y'all might have said, "Hey, man, this is kind of like the agenda we're going over," but there's more like, "Hey, these are all of the questions we're going to ask. This is the position we need you to have, and this is the position I'm going to have." You know, like FD asked me questions off the top. You know what I mean? We just had the same boom, and then Big Jon over here in love with the players. You know,
Always.
yeah.
Always.
I ain't feeling it, damn it. I ain't feeling it.
I am a
Pay us
worker.
what they owe. Man, don't get me wrong. See, this is the thing. What I have an issue with is terminology. My dad always taught me what you say means the words you use mean just as much as how you say it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pay us what you owe us. What?
Yeah, no, I agree.
No, it should have been. I know we owe y'all, but thank y'all for not, charging us for that. You know what I'm saying? And we do deserve money in the future. But pay us what you owe us, as if you all have had a premier product for the past 4 years and you've been treated unfairly based off a premier quality product. That's my only issue. And I deal with young people, and I deal with this sense of entitlement. And a lot of my young boys are raised by single mothers. And if this is this is what we're doing, we gotta get out of this idea that somebody owes us something.
But you know when the entitlement really started? It's when
Caitlin Clark got hurt.
No, I'm talking in general generation. The entitlement started when you started paying people millions and millions of dollars, and they hadn't touched the court yet. When they started getting these shoe deals. So Jordan has a book.
LeBron? Are you talking about LeBron?
No, I'm not talking about LeBron. I'm not saying LeBron.
We gotta do it on LeBron slander now. Hold on. Oh, we disrespect. Let me adjust my head.
We will sign LeBron. But I'm not talking about LeBron. You think about Jordan has a book before LeBron was drafted, talking about how the players for him had to actually win and earn their big contract, and now we're giving rookies a standard. This is what you're getting coming into the league, millions of dollars before ever earning that type of pay.
Yeah,
there's no reason why some of these players, that were drafted once, should be getting paid $50 million now.
Jon,
there's no reason why LaMelo Ball should end up being a $40 million player.
Big Jon. Big Jon, now not the person that's a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people.
Oh no, wait. You talking about the man that's a man of the folks, man of the players. So you telling me a player coming in to an owner, and you're automatically making the owner more money just because you're on the team before you touch the court? You damn right I deserve to get paid what I'm about to bring to you. That's why, huh?
The NBA goes up 10% whether you win or lose.
Hold on now, Zion's second contract? That's bullshit. How y'all pay him again? You can't pay him again.
But
that's different.
That's the difference between having a decent players union and having a bad one. Because the reason why he got paid again is because having a decent player union that bargained on a good deal. They're a deal that most of the players, most of the older vet players don't like. Draymond hates the deal. A lot of the veteran players hate the CBA with the second contract and how much they get. Probably because these players that hate it are not the top players.
They're not getting it. Also, and then they're alone, right?
Second apron. A lot of veterans hate the second apron
because they're going to get.
But it allows players like Norman Powell to get paid. But it allowed players like Norman Powell to get paid. They wouldn't have got paid any other way.
Yeah, and then people like Jimmy Butler don't know if he's going to be on the team next year. Yeah, that's why they don't like it. They don't like it because you lose control. Also, we can give some pushback. Let's talk about good God Almighty, Jon.
I'm all for the players, but I'm also all for fundamentally agreed structure where everybody can win.
Zion's contract.
Yes,
Zion got his second contract because of FOMO.
Yeah.
Did y'all see how good Zion looked before that contract? Before they started talking again, and they put a weight clause on it. I'm sorry, y'all. Zion still, even to this day, I'm taking Zion over a lot of people. Just based off what it looks like he's gonna be able to do if he can just stop eating McDonald's.
You know, it's
Right.
a lot of ifs.
He's not
There's
leaving down.
a lot of ifs in that statement.
I agree. And this
man,
man.
this man
I'm
is 8
one of the
years
few
in.
people.
I know
I'm
you
one
have to
of the
say it
few
like that.
people
Still
that
feel like
like-
it's 4 years though.
I'm one of the few people that like Nico trading Luka and standing behind it, even though I knew he was gonna get us fired. Even though I knew he was gonna get him fired. This is the reason why he's gonna get fired. But I like the move. I'm as much as I am like for the players. When you talk about in terms of building a winning team, I love a GM that is going to make the moves necessary to win a team. And can balance the loyalty versus we still trying to win today.
When you come to find out that Nico was a pawn in that.
Oh, that was an owner deal.
The owners wanted to get rid of the owners wanted to make that happen because the Lakers are about to be they're about to be out of the conversation as a team that matters.
Yes. They're about to be sold.
No, that too. But don't get me wrong, but also a team like same like we're saying the same exact thing. They were about to not matter anymore because they weren't about to have a star either.
Mm-hmm. It was an owner to owner trade.
The Lakers, it was a league trade.
You know what it was? It's some of those.
That wasn't an owner
deals.
I was about to say. Man, no, ain't get me on that.
These car deals ain't real. Is that what you're saying?
Man, get the fuck, man. I want to go through the screen and slap the car. Hey, you ain't pay that. If I see somebody, yeah, you can have it for 200. You might get this uppercut for free. What you talking about? Anyway, I apologize. I'm not angry. Not an angry black man. I'm not trying to fit stereotypes. But all that to say, man, that was a league deal.
Yeah.
Same thing what's about to happen with the Clippers. I'm not Clippers, but New York. Watch New York F around and get Giannis just because they need New York on top again. And then the league goes back to where they have big stars in every market almost, and they're getting to a place where they can,
who's Chicago getting?
Listen, man.
Who's Chicago getting? They don't even want to win.
Listen, did Chicago have a draft pick this year?
Yeah, they don't want to win.
I'm gonna tell you this. I would not be surprised if if Chicago has a lottery pick, if they didn't trade it. I would not be surprised if something happens and they get in that top 4.
Just they traded their whole starting lineup from 3 years ago for nothing but second round picks.
Listen, it's all that stuff set up, man. I'm telling you, this stuff set up, man. It's all a nice little.
Wow. You saying sports is rigged? But we gambling on it. Every night.
Oh, no.
All these large cities have teams. Oklahoma City is going to win championships.
Talk to them.
Think about that.
Yeah, they did. They played it the smartest.
Sam Presti is a genius, baby.
Now, see, I like what the Hawks are doing. I personally love what the Hawks are doing. We know we're not going to win with Trey. You're not going to win with Trey Young. He is not a winning point guard unless something changes.
Are you going to win with Anthony Edwards and Kuminga?
If we get a point guard, how many teams have we seen in the past 20 years win without a point guard?
I agree, sir. That's what I said about Houston. I agree.
Houston will not win. That's everything with Houston was predicated upon Fred VanVleet being the point. Fred, the point, we're looking at a team that might fuck around and would have been better than OKC this year.
Could have been.
Because when they needed early, those first 30 games, they needed somebody to shoot other than KD, and Reed Shepherd couldn't find the backboard. Those are joke shots.
He's not an NBA point or two guard.
No, he's a
scorer.
Poor man's Jason Terry.
That's the thing. Scorer.
I got a question.
Got it right.
Trey Young is too bad to win on Atlanta.
He's too bad to lead.
No, I'm saying, but he's too good to lose for the Wizards. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to protect their draft status.
So he's too good that if he plays for the Wizards, he's going to win games. But if he plays for Atlanta, he's going to lose games. So we trade him and then we sit him so we can tank.
100%. 100%. The Wizards
that breaks my brain.
But not if because you're a player. See, you're not thinking like an owner. You gotta start. I need you to come over to the dark side, John. No. Come over to the dark side. Think like these capitalists and opportunists. You know what I mean? It's hard for us to think like that because that's not the type of people we are. So it don't even cross your mind to think.
When I
look
at sports, I'm for competition. Real competition. I'm out for we're gonna win these games. I'm trying to win.
You're a good person, bro. you're right. John, like, hey, I'm a good person. I don't understand why all this stuff is not good, pissing me off. That's what's happening. These people are terrible people, and they just got a lot of money to run shit. Just imagine if somebody, good quality people, right? Donald Sterling was the owner of the Clippers. Imagine if that was Big Jon. You know, like you almost started smiling right there.
Yeah,
you had to control
running around with a face shield on. There'd be a bunch of other stuff happening.
Hey, listen, we'd win games. Tickets would be cheap, and we'd win.
You tripping? No, you ain't gonna make no money. Never mind. He'll be an owner for 1 year.
That's fine. Out of there. I'll cash out 1 year. Cash out.
Give me that. But yeah,
Ain't nothing that I can't do with $1 billion that I can't do with 900 million.
That's real, my boy. That is. Well, don't hit the nail on the head today. Don't hit the nail on the head.
Nothing I can't do.
Does Steph win another championship?
Does Steph win another championship
at some point?
Steph doesn't win another championship unless he leaves Golden State. It's the only way it can happen. Steve Kerr is the most overrated coach that's ever won a championship. Steve Kerr is a look at his style. If you look at the play, just, we can go back and look at it. He's literally Mark Jackson, but don't crash as much. Mm-hmm. Literally, my boy studied Mark Jackson for 4 years and then went and did the same that Mark Jackson do.
He's palpable.
And you know what? But the one thing he cannot do that Mark Jackson can do is develop. Mm-hmm. Steve Kerr has destroyed careers and Draymond. Draymond Green, we didn't talk about Draymond.
Who was going to destroy himself anyway?
You crazy. We can call it what we want, but Poole had the one thing that all these YNs need. What's structure. That? And Draymond broke the line of structure.
What he needed was to protect himself from that right hand and throw a jab.
God damn.
That's what it should have did. He ain't been right since, man. Notice that bro don't keep a fade no more. That bro don't give a damn. He doesn't give a damn what he looks like. Draymond Robinson in his prime. Y'all know it's true.
All right, so before we get out of here,
notice the media day look like he just woke up.
Big bro, what's your NBA Mount Rushmore? Who your top four?
Okay, all right. Kobe's not in there though. Okay, nowhere near. All right, Kobe's nowhere in there. All right. Gotta have the best everything player that we've ever seen. Okay. LeBron James. I need him there. Right? Go ahead. Then we have to have a player that no matter what happens, if he has the ball, very likely we're going to get a bucket when we need it. Michael Jordan.
The greatest.
That's a way to describe him. Okay.
The second best. Now, then you need somebody that if we're in the paint, that I need domination. I need utter domination. That's Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, okay.
And then I need somebody that can give me in between. I need every bucket in between the 3-point line and that basket to be covered. Give me Tim Duncan.
Okay.
those are my top 4 that I've seen with my own eyes. Now, if you take out, my just personal, then we're removing Duncan. We're putting Wilton there instead of Russell because Russell was trash. If you look at his stats, he just won, and the teams were trash back then. So I really don't want to put Wilt and Russell in it because anybody back then cooks. If you look at Russell's actual stats and the teams he played against, yeah, I might have scored 15 back then. You know what I mean? I might have.
You said you got your eyes from 91 to 96. Were you just blind and didn't see Jordan?
He number 2. He number 2.
Yeah, but you must have just seen like 85 to 90, then like 97 to 99. You might have missed the best part of that.
I got you there. The reason why I completely respect anybody that says Jordan is number 1 is because of what he did for the game. But on the court, you're telling me if we're at the rec and everybody's there to get picked, I want the 6'8" guy that has the 44-inch vertical, also runs a 4.3, that's going to make sure the balls is in the hand of the right person at all times.
So
Man, you crazy. Look it up. Man,
we can go ask several people he's played with. That person won't be him.
Time out. Look up who's the most clutch player in the past 10 years, 15 years? The most clutch player 5 minutes
or playoff.
No
teammate. What I'm talking about, man.
No teammate of Michael Jordan ever told him to stop being a.
Yeah, hold on. I get that probably because they would have died. Because the nigga was gambling his whole life away. He probably was scared dealing with Jordan. Shit. But also don't even get me on teammates. What did Jordan do without Pippen? What did Jordan do before Pippen? When Jordan in the 80s,
what did do without Jordan?
We're not even putting Pippen in top 15, top 20. So don't matter what Pippen did without Jordan. It's about what Jordan did without what Jordan did.
What did LeBron do without Dwayne Wade?
I'll tell you what LeBron did without nobody. Took 2 teams to the finals
in a very weak East,
and
historically weak.
Well, what you talking about? Only thing that was strong about the 80s in the league then was the players and the refs. The refs didn't have good glasses. They didn't have the right prescription. People could get uppercutted. That's the only difference. You put LeBron on those teams. What the bad boy Pistons gonna do with somebody 6'8", 250, 280?
Big bro, let me ask you a question.
You know how big? Remember how big Robin was?
Rodman was a slim picking.
And Robin would have mind games the shit out of LeBron.
No, he
would have snapped him.
He would have fouled out now.
That's fine.
He would have fouled out. LeBron would have came right in there every time, get Rodman out of the game by the 3rd quarter. What you got, LD?
Big bro, is LeBron still playing because he eats his Wheaties and he stretches and makes sure he's hydrated, or is he on something else?
Listen, hold on. We're not going to disrespect the greatest that ever played the
game. I'm just asking questions, trying to get
because after that 89 season, Jordan after that 90 season, Jordan and Pippen came back looking a lot different. Look like they both gained like 20
LeBron
pounds.
Has allegedly looked different since Miami.
Hold on, LeBron. Only thing LeBron did wrong was the decision.
You know, while in the East,
that's the only thing he's ever done wrong. LeBron
he never beat a 50-win team and on his way to the finals in the East, right?
Does it matter? That mean you know how good you gotta be? LeBalco.
Allegedly and respectfully.
The disrespect.
We keep it real in here, bro.
That ain't real. Who is that? How you report somebody to get their account shut down?
I mean,
what's his name again?
Is either that or LeBron the real alien and not Wemby?
Man, we're not gonna play on LeBron.
Hey, this is what I did the other day. I took the number of years the league has been out. Let's do some quick math right quick.
Man, about to disrespect LeBron. Go ahead.
Quick math. I took 76 years times, I assume 32 teams. There used to be 8. So let's say for shits and giggles, 32 times 15 players per team, right? That's 36,000 players. Right? That's just math.
Yeah, that's a good number.
LeBron James is the only person ever to play.
And we talk about the 0.001% of human beings.
Do y'all know where his ancestry tracks back to?
Probably to what, some kind of cream and clear or something? What, to what?
Bethlehem. That's where Jesus was born. We're talking about God. Yeah.
Oh, put that out. Who put that out?
Bethlehem.
LeBron
from Nazareth.
Rich Paul got you on the payroll?
Hey, man.
Was LeBron people outside the temple? Where's people outside the temple and the temple?
Nah, LeBron was in the manger. LeBron people was in the manger, my guy. They brought the frankincense. That wasn't frankincense. That was a little herb. You know what I mean? Big Jon people. Big Jon people bought the herb. That's what frankincense, you know. But nah,
it's funny. It's speaking of clutch sports, right? It's funny how
I hate Rich Paul. No, not hate, but God, he's the.
But it's funny how we haven't heard anything about the gambling situation no more. Like that's real quiet right now, and we never seen
Terry.
What's the coach name?
What's his name?
Portland's coach. Oh,
that's Barry. That's gonna be shut.
Chauncey Billups.
Shut down.
We never seen
sports hoodie. It's over.
Yeah, we never seen the mafia members get arrested.
No. I'm gonna tell you what shut it down. It wasn't Clutch Sports. It's not as powerful as the people that were running it, in my opinion. Listen, who shut it down was the people that run media. The people that run this stuff. Yeah. They're involved.
I'm saying
that's when everything gets shut down.
You know the basketball people's names. You don't know a name of any of these so-called mafia members from these mafia families that's supposed to be involved.
You don't really know who was at Gilbert Arenas house.
Wait. They said name. Hold on, somebody. We pushing back. Who said that? Favor said name 5 superstars in the East during that time, big bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You talking about doing what time?
Doing LeBron going to the finals time.
Y'all want to do? I'll look it up.
I just gotta look it up. Name them.
You can't name them.
Derrick Rose.
See this?
Derrick Rose.
It's gone. That's my memory. Don't be disrespecting me. And maybe I need to let go of the weed. Nah.
Derrick Rose. I give you one.
Okay.
That's
Who
it.
else? Nah, man. Listen.
KG and Paul Pierce wasn't superstars no more.
Who was
Dwight Howard?
We're not about to act like KG and Paul Pierce were not still absolute amazing. And are you talking about? Remember, Jordan pushed Russell to get it to win. He pushed Russell. I don't even know Russell's first name with the Jazz.
That wasn't a push. First of all, that was a crossover.
Man, we not gonna talk about the first push.
Hold
on, y'all. This is Russell. This is Jordan.
He just guided him by. He crossed him and just guided him by. That's all.
You saw that? Did you see the speed at which?
Listen, Shea do it all the time now. He invented a move for y'all.
The push.
He invented a move for y'all.
At least it's not that stupid ass step through. I hate that crap. That step through.
Listen, it's not this. It's not.
Man, I can't stand these moves. Some of these moves now.
I'm just saying that was the
man. This man pulled up article he wrote. Man, what the hell is this?
We got the Boston Celtics that we already named. Paul Pierce.
Amazing team. We had Dirk. Dirk wasn't in the East though.
2010, 2011, Derrick Rose.
Nope. I mean, he lost to Dirk. So
Indiana Pacers with Paul George. Now we just jumped off the cliff because now we're in weak zone. The Boston Celtics of 2017, 2018.
These are the best defensive teams.
The Atlanta Hawks.
Hey, hold on. That 1 year, that was the year the Hawks should have won everything. That was one of the craziest.
No,
but no, that was sorry, hold on. Corver was at a peak. Corver was the best shooter in the league at the time.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it was GOAT team or nothing like that, but
Think about how many teams
Jordan pushed Russell.
We just
You
named
remember?
what?
You
Jordan
remember when?
pushed Russell.
Yeah, you remember when LeBron, got mad when the Kawhi Leonard checked back in the game?
I would get mad too when Kawhi checked back in the game.
Kawhi was locking him down.
But timeout. Listen, Kawhi been getting paid his whole career to do nothing. He got all kind of endorsements don't even make sense. Who got a shoestring deal? The company don't even exist.
2-time Finals MVP.
Yeah, I would be a 2-time Final MVP if I only played half the season. Shit, he couldn't be to get no other award because he wouldn't qualify because he only played 13 games the whole season. This man is low management. It's his middle name. LM. It's KLML. We not about to keep disrespecting LeBron, y'all. The disrespect of LeBron is at an all-time high.
It's not disrespectful. It's true.
Where is he going to play next year?
Who, LeBron?
Hey, going back to Cleveland?
I think he should shut it down in Cleveland. Cleveland looks beautiful for him. I mean, that'd be a beautiful 1, 2, 3.
Him, Harden, and Donovan Mitchell?
And then Mobley and Allen.
That's gonna be bad.
Who gonna pay him $50 million?
Huh?
Who gonna pay him $50 million?
It's gonna be the only time he take a cut.
So
LeBron is forcing the Lakers to pay him.
I think LeBron is criminally underpaid over his career.
Facts.
What his value of the game is.
Even right now, LeBron is absolutely smoking the Lakers on these contracts because he know he's not going to win with these teams. No. He said it multiple times, 2 years in a row, we do not have a championship team. And if LeBron says we don't have a championship team, and he took Eric Snow, Eric Dampier, Ilgauskas, my uncle, the dude used to cut our grass and shit, if he took all of them to the finals, Eric Snow had to be a mailman at one point. He looked like he looked like an AAU coach. He don't like a basketball player. So we're not about to sit up here and act like
second time Brown take a pay cut. Why is Brown
Miami?
Big bro, why is Brown still playing?
Why is he what?
Why is he still playing ball?
Because you can. You think if Jordan wasn't an alcoholic and his liver wasn't shot, he would have stopped playing?
He came back.
He was too drunk. Yeah, because he needed the detox. He needed that time to detox.
Yeah, but when you taking an elixir that helps your red blood cell count.
Hey, see, there we go. Listen. Sometimes the people sick, man. See, like he might have sickle cell. I don't want people to know like Jordan. But how many times have LeBron, you know what I'm saying, did what Jordan did at the last event? Jordan got a little comfortable with his hands. Said he was getting some ice. He was trying to get some ice. Like, I ain't never seen LeBron get ice out of no kid back.
Weird. I said it right.
I ain't never seen LeBron get ice out of nobody back.
If Jordan doesn't win this court case against NASCAR, is anybody talking about this?
I thought they already settled. Yeah,
I'm saying if he didn't win that case, is this news?
No, they just won. Like only reason why that was news was because the car won the race. Whatever that race they just had, Jordan's car won.
Yeah.
And all the cameras was just on him because they won that race. And he just so happened to be playing with a booty.
Jordan won a lawsuit against NASCAR and settled out.
Yeah, they settled out. Mm-hmm.
So if he didn't settle out and win that case, are we talking about ice on somebody's shirt?
No, we're only talking about.
Let's be specific about it.
No.
It's a little kid, so let's be specific about it.
No.
And it's one thing. Listen, I usually if there's some ice in somebody's back, I'm pulling the shirt out so the ice will drop.
No.
You know.
And even today, they asked the father about this. He kept signing autographs.
Of course. If Michael, if some kid,
in 2026 though, in 2026, we can't entertain ignorance.
I was first of all. Now, this is your GOAT. And I understand that we get emotional.
They got to do being GOAT. We could be talking about Doc Rivers' son. I'm talking about what actually went on. Doesn't matter if it's
no. We can say it was ice, right? That's the assumption is that I didn't see any ice.
You saw a wet
That's
shirt.
what I dropped my video, but
Huh?
shirt was
I mean,
nice.
Oh, wet shirt.
Yeah, but that could have been, because the boy ran around sweating. You know what I mean? He's a kid, right?
So are we?
Why are we icing? Why are kids getting iced?
Are we saying that we think Michael Jordan or anyone was at that position after winning and groping a child? Is that what
I would not. I don't know what he was doing.
I'm saying, look, weird.
I don't know.
It
But
was
I'm
my
gonna tell
kid.
you,
I have no problem with it.
If it was my boy,
no.
I'm not telling Mike, hey, thank you for getting my son's ice out his back.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You know that kid was held by Jordan's wife before.
Yeah, everybody, all the kids on Epstein Island got held by Jeff.
No, man, everybody there knows.
I'm not going that far. I'm going.
Hey, I'm going straight to the. You know me. If you know me, I go worst case scenario.
Let me play something for you all.
Not LeBron. Don't do the LeBron.
I heard that. Oh.
Play something.
Nah,
is it? Hey, time out. If it's Brad, I got you. Hold on, time out. I don't know.
Dunk tonight.
No, I want to know.
Hey, bro, Dom dunk tonight again.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Dominique Malonga. Was it an open lane? How did it look?
The open lane.
Tell you, bro. 5-on-5. She gonna be crazy.
She put one of those on a fast break.
Can she shoot the jump shot though?
You saw the 1-on-1. If you look at the 1-on-1, she got a nice little shot, but it's not consistent. That's her issue.
Tom versus time. There's a scene showing 5-time Super Bowl winner Tom Brady getting a massage. Then his 11-year-old son comes in the room and asks him if he can check his fantasy football standings.
I was wondering if I could check my fantasy team.
What do I get? No, Jack, everything comes at a cost, bud. That was like a peck.
The second kiss shared by father and son prompted tweets from viewers using words like very disturbing and uncomfortably long.
Is that weird?
No.
Hell yeah, that's weird.
It's not weird, man. Where are we at today? Where are we at as people?
It's weird, bro. Like, it's okay. Certain things are weird, bro. It's like if somebody is at an event and they keep farting, that shit's weird.
I'm not weird for that.
No, you fart 12 times out loud, bro. Go outside at this point, bro. Like, you being weird. It's a little weird. It's not. It's not about. We don't know what's true.
Is the same as affection with your children? That's what
no, hold on. FD on another level. Tyler. FD on another level. Ooh, that was. I would give you. You need. That was. Hey. No, hey man, I mean, you got to write that down. That was really good. The way
I never kiss my kids in the mouth. Neither one of my two.
FD just flipped that crazy.
But and I'm not even that old. I've seen parents kiss their children. Nobody's thinking about this.
I agree. I agree. I've seen parents.
What we gotta do as people is stop. We see so much jacked up stuff that we're good with that. But we see somebody and we think that's strange.
I'm not good with the jacked up stuff.
No,
we see it all day.
I think because we see so much jacked up stuff, we have to question a lot.
We just saw Cardi B say, I'm gonna take my fake ass out as soon as I leave tour.
Yeah, we already know that's trash.
We know that ain't right.
We talking about
that doesn't even look human like.
No, that's alien.
That ain't right.
Nobody's interested in that.
But Blueface is in concert with her saying, I just couldn't.
He don't look right either.
But Blueface painted his face. He allowed people to stab his face.
Yes.
Again, we're but that again
so far, in 2026, we're so far over here that we look at something as strange.
No, you just named two weird people too. Though.
When I was in Mississippi as a child, the same thing that Michael Jordan did happened before church, happened after church, but with people that was a part of your extended family. Nobody's walking around talking about that's strange.
And things like that happen in the Catholic Church.
No, bro. No.
You have to question some of these things.
No. This is your grandmother's sister. This is your grandmother's friend.
I've never
with her. Nobody's talking about this?
Never seen them. I've never seen my grandmother or my grandmother's sister kiss any of us or any of my cousins in the mouth.
Grandmother kissed us.
In the mouth?
Well,
Yeah. Nobody's talking. Nobody's walking around. This is family, man.
I got a question. Well, are you okay?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, gotta make sure.
Nobody's walking around talking about this.
I love my brother. You gotta make sure my brother good.
But
Listen.
today, when we see family structures or extended family,
Oh,
we question that.
the question.
Yeah,
Anything
I
that's
wanna be-
awkward.
Hold on.
I question
No. Everybody that's been on social media typing about Michael Jordan, put that same energy into this BS we see every day.
No,
100%. I do it all the
I'm
time.
gonna say this. We all come from a community.
Search Big Bull Sports
where
Cars.
we know you can't be alone with that uncle.
I won't have those in my family.
I'm saying
Yeah.
we come from a community where we know people that you can't be this and weird stuff happens. So much weird stuff happens that you have to question weird stuff. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not saying what Tom Brady did with his son is wrong. That's fine. That's not a problem. That showed your son. But like me personally, I've never kissed my kids in the mouth.
But also perception.
That's me.
It's something unwanted. It looked like little boy wiped his mouth twice, right? So it's something that was unwanted. It's awkward. It's not common to see that. So the word weird is just something that's not common, right? So it is weird, 100%.
I still like the question. Before Michael Jordan won this court case against NASCAR,
I would 100% say he was weird as shit.
I don't think you even hear about this.
I see. You're saying that NASCAR got something. You think NASCAR got something against Jordan because they cooked his ass? He cooked their ass. He cooked the hell out of them. They thought from what I was reading, they knew they had that in the bag. And
then
they
you
were
settle out of court and you do a press conference on the stairs of the courtroom with the leader of NASCAR?
Yeah, that's tough. Oh, they trying to do my boy like that. You think they trying to do my boy like that? Man.
Now Michael Jordan is touching children.
Listen, you said
I didn't even think about it like that. You think they trying to do that to Mike? Yeah.
You said earlier he was gambling. You said he was early about his gambling. We all know one of the reasons why he lost his team was because of gambling.
But you saying
I mean, listen, I'm a firm believer.
Come on, Big Jon. You saying gambling makes
what I'm saying is
because this motherfucker.
What I'm saying is I'm leading credence to your thing that it could be an agenda reason.
MD like, hold on, I know too many of them.
Yeah, bro. Hey, with the Epstein files right now.
MD looking at his phone right now. Somebody just sent me a parlay.
Man, you need to put a wager on this.
Hey, no, you need to go to the hospital. No, sir. Now I'm uncomfortable with you texting me. I gotta block you now. I found something about gamblers. My God, you send me a prize pick notification. I gotta block you now. You too freaky. It man freaky. Man freaky as hell. Hell no.
Oh, it's all fun and games, man. But what I love about Mike is that he doesn't even entertain this stuff.
100%. That's how you know it was nothing. That's that. Don't get me wrong. That's why I actually do. In my heart of hearts, I don't believe it was really something. And the reactions tell you a lot of times.
Yeah, bro. Come on, man.
But yeah, 100%. I don't think he was doing nothing inappropriate, man. That's Mike. Mike happy as hell. He probably just saw a young man he was interested in. Forgot
we still don't know, and I'm not trying to, because I love me some Kobe Bryant, but we still don't know what happened in Colorado.
What you mean? Oh, with Kobe? Oh yeah, that was sketchy.
The story just does not add up.
Sketchy. I don't know, man. I think they lied on Kobe, man. I think she lied on Kobe. I don't know. I don't think Kobe did nothing wrong, man. I think Kobe went and got a little, got a little boom bop boom, and then she found out who he was, and he was like, "Hey, you can't ever call me again." What are you talking about? The
police report shows that she got a little boom bop boom before Kobe plane even landed.
By who? What you mean?
2 other individuals.
Oh, she was getting rocked.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying,
still working the front desk. Yeah.
Smart girl. Smart girl. She had to get that cash up. She saw
So
Kobe as just a bigger check.
Stories sometimes that just doesn't add up. But
Now,
I think even this week, you hear anything else about this story.
Ben Roethlisberger's add up. I'm pretty sure
So I used to work with a young lady that went to college with Ben Roethlisberger at Miami of Ohio.
She
done the same thing in Miami of Ohio, allegedly and respectfully, that he was doing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The exact same protocol.
Yep. People have an issue with him since college, they were saying. Yeah. Now, I didn't know that there was the stories, but they're saying like, his shit goes back to college.
Yeah.
They've been hiding covering up for Ben forever, Boy at the podcast really was that Joey Porter really
Joey Porter said the shit we know about you should really just keep your mouth closed.
That made me feel so uncomfortable because that made me feel like he knew more than what we knew.
Yeah.
Of course.
And it was like we know a lot though.
We do.
It's like, bro,
what was the Florida head coach?
And let's go back to this. Do you remember when Ben Roethlisberger had the motorcycle accident?
Yeah.
Okay. That nobody talks about that. What was he doing the night of the motorcycle accident?
Damn, that one got kind of scraped on. When did, because that happened around.
He wore a hat backwards for almost a season. Had some surgery with hair, and then that went right on. Nobody talks about that again. Soon he'll be up for the Hall of Fame. So some of these stories might pop.
Gotta come back up. Got to. What was happening? That was like 07, 06, I think. 08. Well, about 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember everybody was talking about Charlie Batch. Damn.
Yeah, because Charlie Batch came in and played well.
That was the backup, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Played out of Detroit.
All
right. Something on this.
FD, big bro, I got to work it on, so I need to go get some rest.
Yes, sir. Right. Yes, sir. No, it was I'm old school. I'm classic. It was a pleading pleasure.
God. Big Jon, have a good night, brother.
All right, man. I'll see y'all.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
Tuesday.
Absolutely. Right. Stay tapped in.
All right. 2006.
6. Damn.
Nothing else is said about this.
I don't even remember. I remember this, but that was it. It was talking about the stitches or whatever, and then that was all it. I remember he messed up his head.
There's a lot that goes on out here, man. I mean, even when I played ball in college, we had a bunch of stuff go down on the team. Only so much of it was really talked about. Especially with boyfriends, girlfriends, and the in-between.
I can imagine. I went to a D3 school, and we were secretive, so I know. I can only imagine what go on with the big dogs because they have a lot more to protect.
You played any sports?
Yeah, baseball my entire life growing up. When I went to college, I walked on Oglethorpe University. I walked on as a shot putter. I did track, shot put, discus, javelin. I held the record at Oglethorpe for about 15 years. It was broken in 2021 by a guy. My indoor record just got broken 2 years ago. Though. Shot put was my focus.
What was your indoor shot put record?
My indoor shot put was 58 or 50.
It was
until I went to Clemson. I was killing a killer. Then we went to Clemson for a meet my senior year. I threw like a 57. Then this dude had on warm-ups through a 63. And he was like, I never forget. He was like, I was like, oh my God. He was like, and he stepped over and scratched on purpose. He was like, that throw was trash. And I was like, yeah, I'm Division 3. I'm Division 3. You know,
50, high 50 is no joke though, man.
Yeah, but again, that was all I did. I mean, I literally was all I did. That 16-pound ball was hell. They wanted me to really focus on discus just because I have pretty nice wingspan. I was able to generate a lot of force.
Yeah.
But it was something about shot put that got me. And I was the only person that was throwing over 50 with the glide. I didn't do the spin. I only did a glide.
Wow.
Yeah,
What were you squatting?
Huh?
What were you
Man, I probably maxed out 595. I maxed out.
Your glide must have been a lot of speed involved. Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew.
I threw a shot in discus in high school.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, your glide had to be boop boop, like
Pew,
real.
pew. That's literally that's how I taught. That's how I taught it. But in my tuck, I think that my one of my biggest strengths was how powerful my tuck was to keep my chest up, so the trajectory was good. So
Yeah.
that's what a lot of people mess up. They try to throw and they end up throwing down, and they mess up their trajectory.
I agree.
So that's something I really wish I was coaching. Now that's like a passion right there. But I really want to coach shot put discus. That's right there, man. I remember I was with Marist High School because it's right next to Oglethorpe, up in Buckhead or Brookhaven. I was helping them for about 2 or 3 years. But then when my dad started getting real sick, I moved back to Newton and get a little closer to him, and he ended up passing. So yeah, man. But yeah, that's the passion though. That shot put, that was my stuff, man. That was my stuff, man.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying I enjoyed doing it in high school. In order for your glide, now I'm getting deep now. In order for your glide to be that quick, you have to have some kind of a 40, like you can run.
Yeah, so
you don't realize how all this is.
Yeah. So I had an under 5 second 40. And when in high school, I didn't do football in high school because I went to a private school, but I used to practice with Noonan High School, East Coweta. Those are the two popular high schools in Noonan. I remember the coach met my dad. Man, we probably haven't heard of this restaurant forever, but the coach met my dad at Ryan's in Noonan. I know you remember Ryan's. And the first thing that got him was like just a big kid that he never seen. That we were 10 minutes away from the high school. He never seen this big ass kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then man, I got charger battery low on my computer, but we got 15 minutes. We're good. The coach saw me at Ryan's, and I just had a shit ton of food. I was like 15 at the time. Had a huge plate, man. At 15, I probably was my same height, but about 310, 315. And he was like, "Hey, you ever play football?" I was like, "No, I just played baseball, third base and center field." I was like the biggest center fielder anybody ever seen playing baseball. And that's when we found out. He said, "Hey, would you like to practice some football, do some drills? Just come have some fun, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
My dad wasn't for it because I was in church school, so it was like, "No, you're not going to a public school. You can go practice, what so have you." And everything they talked about was my first step. I was able to get off on the offensive lineman because my first step was so quick. And I was underneath. I was in their armpit. I was able to get in their armpit early, and then they was always off balance, right? That 15, they really wanted me. He was like, "Listen, Noonan High School really wanted me to." He was like, "No, I think this is a defensive lineman right here." And but my dad was not feeling the public schools. So my last 2 years of high school, I didn't play any sports. Then I went to college, man, and Coach Steve Green, to this day, Steve Green, he still calls me every day or send me a text or call me every day on my birthday to this day. Every single day. I mean, every single year he calls me on my birthday. Shout out to Coach Green. But he saw me one day and he was like, "Man, you're big as shit." And I was like, "What?" Because my sister was throwing shot put at the same school. And he was like, "You're big as shit, man. Your sister didn't tell me you were this big." And I was like, "Thank you." I was like, "But I'm talking to him like there's no reason to be rude. I'm Christian. I'm pretty close. So at this point, I feel like it's somebody being rude to me."
Yeah.
He was like, "Man, shut your chubby ass up," or something. And he walked off, and I was like, "Man, who is this disrespectful guy?" And then ended up being like one of the greatest people in the world. He was like, "Man, you need to be active. It'll keep you busy. It'll make you happier. It'll get you in better shape as well. You need to walk on." And that's I walked on, and that was history, man. I was co-captain my second year, and I was until a senior.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, man.
It's just interesting when you do something and then you hear I can hear some numbers from you and you already know other things relate to that on how you're moves and how you can control yourself. And
Yeah, man. And the baseball helped me so much though, playing all those years of baseball because of my hip pivots. Like, as soon as you go bing bing, or if you coming out the spin, as soon as you hit, your hips got to go first.
yeah,
Everything's following those hips.
to come behind. Yeah.
Exactly. So my hips were
Look.
so strong. My hips were so. I had a great, like, I was able to bing bing, and the pivot was nice, and then my tuck was really good to pop the chest up, and my bench was only like 315 at the time. There was some guys that was benching 400, but I had a
That
I had a
power
strong
comes
bench.
from your feet and your
The
ankle.
legs, yeah, yep. But
Your
I was
body
squatting.
just finish it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was squatting like 550. I was squatting like a bit. I could squat like hell. But yeah, man, those are the days. Those are the days.
Well, big bro, we gotta have you on again, man.
Yeah, we gotta tap in. I loved it. I mean, I would love to, and we can do if you want to do I don't know, a weekly WNBA show, a monthly WNBA, or what's new, or all the above.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything we want to tap in, man. I would love to be back on, man. Chemistry's
I love
great. I love the squad.
So we started What's to Play because I wanted to bridge the hobby and sports talk because I feel like they're separate.
Too much.
Yeah, too much. I don't even understand why. I think I do, but then I don't. And I wanted to have genuine people on. A lot of podcasts, there's no knock against them. To me, it's time and place for everything. They want to talk to the CEOs of a company. I think that's cool, right? But I think a lot of people that are here in the hobby and in general in life have a lot of experiences to share and a lot of things to talk about. And then I also wanted to showcase people of color, women, and children in the hobby. And I don't think a lot of people really do that. So, so when Big Jon told me about you and wanted you to come on, and all I asked him was one question: where you know him from? Because I already know if Big Jon's inviting, the person is top tier. So he told me,
oh man, appreciate
he told me you from Whatnot, and then I knew it was cool. I looked at your page, watched a few of your videos, just your demeanor in the video.
I appreciate that.
I can talk to. So
I appreciate that. But been following you for a little while. You're probably I would probably say I probably might share your stuff more than anybody else. You're like my go-to for news. So no, 100%. And then what I love most though, and if anybody is really focused on listening, when you're following someone like FD, you're not getting, again, lack of a better term, you're not getting bullshit. Like once he put it out, he's already done homework, right? So he's, if something new comes in, I've never seen a post where he had to backtrack on.
No.
Where you had to backtrack on, and that right there, that's one of the biggest things that made me follow. Your takes have always been very strong takes, but deathly accurate takes. Deathly accurate. And I can only appreciate that, man. So that's why I share it as much as I do. That's why I tap it as much as I do, because the value's there. So I appreciate you for not just bringing, honesty and integrity to the hobby, but also value through honesty and integrity. It's cool to be honest and have, you're a great person, but when you can add value on top of being great, that's what makes you one of the GOATs. So hey, shout out to you for being one of the GOATs already.
Thank you. And what I aspire to do, and I will hope that people can get this. Like when we first started, people would tell me, "Well, you're trying to tear this player down."
Don't get me wrong. We had a group. Well, that's another day. Anyway, we had a group, man. There was a group called the Collective, and it's supposed to be like a group. But anyway, you had a post where I guess some people didn't feel too good about it, and then
so I talked about. Well, we can get into this. This is good.
I cooked their ass.
How Lamar Jackson is not as marketable as he could be.
100%.
And you don't see him in commercials, and I would love to see that, and why. And so I got into a conversation with a Caucasian vendor at a show. I'm picking up a shade card, and I'm talking to this guy, and we started talking about Lamar, and I was like, we really need to see this guy more, but there are people that don't want to see a guy from where he's from doing what he's doing and being himself. I'll keep telling the story. I think Big Bro dropped. And to me, it was important to tell that story. I think some people did not like that story. But since then and before then, ESPN has talked about this. There have been several news outlets who have talked about this fact. And at the end of the day, if people like the take or not, we need to see more Lamar Jackson. All day, every day. I grew up with people who, if they were in the limelight, you need to see more of. I think any one of us from around the country, you could be from a big city or a small city. Yeah, his computer died. You can be from a big city or a small city. You need to see more representation of different people, even in your car commercial or whatever else that individual may be. So, yeah, I mean, that's what we are. But I appreciate you all watching. Imani, I appreciate you being here. All my people, Toby, the number taster, Jordan, Favors, keep sending me messages. I appreciate you. Who else we had here tonight? Oh, Big Bro's back. Big Bro, I was just ending that story. I know your computer died.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, it died. I just have to get back on real quick, make sure you know what happened. The money in the building.
We need to see more Lamar Jackson, man.
Yeah.
That's what the story was about. Why don't we see him? And it's for many reasons that people choose to not market him while we're marketing Josh Allen and other people that will never fully play on his level.
But yep, and I remember I think the guy said like ghetto or something like that, or he might have said something, and I think people don't understand like the idea of fighting, like like pick your battles. That wasn't if you say ignorance, I'll give you ignorance on his part maybe because it's not ghetto, but I understand what he meant.
Mm-hmm.
Like we understand his context. Sometimes everybody don't have the perfect word that's gonna make you feel good and make you champion to run a mile. But like our issue in our country is that people hear what we want to hear.
Yeah.
And as soon as that man spoke, everybody was waiting on him to probably say something negative or say something. And in reality, he said exactly what we would say. Anybody else would say. Yeah, sometimes being urban or being like stereotypical, it makes people a little worrisome. Should it? Not necessarily. Does it? But it does. It don't matter. It's just part of the game, baby.
Yep.
You drive fast, you're gonna get a ticket. So it's just part of the game.
When you dropped, I was saying I think we've all grown up. I grew up with some people from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
They were in Lamar Jackson's shoes. Someone would look at them and say, well, I don't want that person endorsing our product.
Facts.
Well, they actually need to have that person endorsing their product.
100%.
And it's still a shame in 2026 that it's like that. But it's like that.
He has hair. In my opinion, why he should have all the hair into every curl, black X. He should and then not just that, but he smiles all the time. How's he not Colgate Crest? Like how?
That's right.
But I get at the same time, maybe when he starts speaking, they don't like how it sounds when he says Colgate because it doesn't sound like when I say Colgate.
Mm-hmm.
He might say Colgate. You know what I'm saying? They're like,
but we all know there's not one way to say Colgate.
Exact. But again, 10 out of 10, John, of the I appreciate and a good conversation, man. I love a good conversation. I love a good open conversation with intelligent people as well. And then, man, to have conversations with people that look like me, and I can only appreciate you for facilitating the space to do so. That's why I wanted to come back in here to also, again, sometimes even though I don't know if you might not see it as what I believe it is already, and we're talking almost 200 episodes in.
Yeah.
Right. That's not a joke. That's not accidental. That's not, bullshit. That's effort and that's value, when more than one person will stay in your stream. When one person will stay in your stream, but 10, 5, that's people don't understand how big that is without spending thousands of dollars on Facebook ads and BS clickbait, and you're not doing that. So I appreciate you. Thank you for doing what you do the way you do it, and keep doing it, man. I'm here to support. I'm here to any way I can tap in or add value. You let me know. Say the word. Everybody
Big
needs a
bro, I
big bro.
appreciate you, sir. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it. I'm gonna talk to Big Jon. We're gonna come up with something because we gotta have you back. And we gotta have you back.
Hey, absolutely. Looking forward to
Atlanta,
it. Looking
stand
forward.
up, man. Imani. Thank you, bro. And now the next time I'm in Atlanta, because I haven't been there
Yeah.
since 2020, I need to you're on my list of people I need to get with, man. We gotta get together.
Yeah, let's tap in. Absolutely, absolutely. If you give me enough, of ahead of time, don't worry about the hotel. I'll put you somewhere.
All right, bro.
I got a couple people.
How far are you outside of Atlanta proper?
35.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, no, I'm right up the street, but I do a lot of business in Atlanta, so I'm always pretty much in Buckhead.
Okay.
Yep, that's where my queen works too. So,
right.
but yeah,
queen, bro.
Hey man, absolutely appreciate
All right,
you,
bro. Thank you, my man.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure. All right, brother.
Sir. You have a good one.
Absolutely.
Peace. Y'all keep rolling now, because it ain't over.